Hello, fellow gamers. Welcome back to more MaGMML3. I don't know why I'm starting things off in the Chills voice, but here we are. Mini Crash is maybe a little bit scared of the fact that Mega the Rockman man is unable to perform today due to being hit by 7 trucks and dying. He thinks it's going to happen to him, but I don't know. I don't think his concerns are all that founded, honestly. Now he says he's too scared to actually climb up the rock wall, so I guess we'll just go into the far less ominous hole in the corner over here. Yeah, this is a lot less scary. There's nothing wrong about, you know, a random dark cave in the middle of your gym. Gene Booster. Snore, Bleeding Boss, making me watch guard. Formless Pratt, perfectly hidden. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not too bad. Welcome to stream, everyone. Hello, Magic Warrior. It's good to see you. Oh, wow. This is a deep cut for music. I mean, not so much considering we did have a Wario level earlier on, but this it's like Wario getting stunned in Wario Land 2 or 3 soundtrack. I have not thought about this in years. Why? You're in a den of thieves, so I give one warning. Beware the eyes of March. Well, it's October, so I don't think we have any problems with that. New recruit, you must be pretty impressive if Gene let you through. Yeah, I'm like really cool. That to be to join the Pauling Tang. What are your credentials? Just tracking down our hideout and finding a way in is a work of criminal genius. Yeah, I got to click the left bumper button and slid into here. Really took a whole lot of doing. Have L parentheses. 35 years old. It's not too bad. Come on, yo smugs. I ain't getting any younger. Now that Muscle Juggler up and left us, you've got to work harder. Step up your game. Jester, you look like a very friendly ear, so I can tell you a story. Maybe that'll make me feel better. Taco Trash is already telling me stories, dude. I don't know how much time I got. My boyfriend, I mean, my ex. Oh, one evening, he said he had something big coming up. When I said I couldn't leave with him, we had a fight. Well, you see how that ended. He's not here. Clearly, he broke the mold. There's no such thing as mold, man. First robotic member of this gang to leave. I miss him, but I'm glad he got out of this life. Truth be told, I'm planning on ditching this place too. Looking for a new beginning, but I'll need new funds. Always a handout. Got a nicer casino membership that you can have. Care to buy it? Oh yeah, I could definitely take that off your hands. Cause I totally oh wait, that was the no button. Yes. Cause I totally go and gamble a lot. Highest membership for the Magic Card Casino, given only to the most beloved patrons. Allows access to the Pharaoh's Challenge sub-game. Might actually try that out at the end of the stream, if I remember. I got enough for a fresh start. Thanks. Cool. Hope you do well, pal. Spy Robot, I was built to have all the functionality of the human ocular system, and then some. Except blinking. Most of my heist money goes towards eye drops, so here, I got some for you. No? Not doing anything? Water shield being useless again. He was asleep. So you're not here to join the Pauling Tang gang? The Scourge of Gadam City? Gadam City? Is that canonical? That's for the best. No offense, but last thing we need is some bootleg-looking character like you in our ranks. Hey! Hey, I paid good money for this character. It's not that bootleg. I'm gonna go cry now. Found out yesterday that Dez added in special tutorial reskin sections for the parallel weapons, so you can do the Magnet Beam tutorial, but Arcane Man's teaching you the basics. And I did notice that, actually, a while ago. I tried it with, Judgment Man's, reskin, and, I mean, once I realized, oh, it's the same, I'm not going to bother doing this again. But, you know, it's nice attention to detail. You have some palette swaps like that. That was not a good laugh. It would seem that the Crash, requires external implements in order to accomplish something I do all myself. I climbed the rock wall, buddy. I think I'm good. I didn't use cheater Icarus wing to get up here. I'm a gamer. Pipe Man by Eevee, maybe. Oh, hey. I see their name all the time when logging into the MaGMML server. Programming, Scatman's World, Tiles Quackman, Mega Man, Infamous Intent, Sprites 8-Bit Fan, Music Ebb and Flow by Off the Hook. Ooh, solid. Playtesting Ratty, Zeldax, Scatman's World, 8-Bit Fan, Lupinoid, and Lead Egg. Actually, I know that the, what is it? There's, for excellent mashups, there is, I believe, a mashup of incantation and Neil Cicerega's Eighth Wonder that goes super fucking hard. If you've never listened to that, please do, because I honestly like it more than the original for either, and that's a pretty strong praise, if I'm being quite honest. I like both of it quite well on their own. Still plan on checking them out at some point later, so he told you were going to get piped for this stream. Well, better than other types. We already had the other type of piping. I'll pass on the back shots, thank you. Area's under construction. Please turn the other way and continue with the level. Thank you. No, I'm going to fall into this pit, and you can't stop me. Under construction. Please turn the other way and continue with the level. No, I just joined a criminal gang. I don't follow the rules. Is this my last warning? Spikes, maybe you should turn back. No. I don't know when to listen. If I give you some money. Ooh, money. Thank you. You're such a kind host. I'll stay here for even longer. Continue now. You won't like it. Proceed at your own discretion. Okay, I love pits. Alright. Another Sans reference. Is he back? Do I still have his image in OBS, or did I delete him? I delete his ass. I think I deleted his ass. Otherwise, we could have had some Sans reprisal. Ah, cool person. Hello! Hi! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing pretty well. I'll be playing more Mega Man. We're in some pretty top tier level territory. I just realized how this water gimmick actually works after not seeing it the first time. And, yeah, feeling pretty good overall. Just opportunity to play the metal pipe clank sound effect when dying there. Yeah, that probably would have been a good one. Well, I don't know. Had that caught on when these levels were actually in the contest? I'm sure the sound effect existed, but I'm not sure that anybody actually cared about it back then. They're the same. Cool. Oh my god. Oh god. Actual puzzle developed around using the fucking rush bike? No one's ever used this utility for anything before, except for, like, extremely specific and difficult levels. Ah, okay, we got... This really is Mario vibes. This is literally just, you know... which one is it? Literally Super Mario Maker for Super Mario, Maker Wii U. Or not, what am I trying to say? The Mario World, U theme. Nice. Okay, and that's switching the pipes more. I do wish already that valve was just a different color. Like, if that valve was red, that would be perfect. It would make it much more obvious that something's happening when I'm shooting it. As it currently is, I do think it's very hard to see. Tony Hawk moment. If only I could actually be pulling off, you know, ollies and other rail grinds in this. That would make the rush bike a lot more exciting. And instead of bonus points, give me, like, I don't know, bonus health or something. I need a better incentive to actually use rush bike. Also, this boss, I get the feeling it was probably meant to function a little bit differently, because that was kind of sad. Alright, well, so far we've had 2 tokens that are just obtained by going off into the, well, actually, no, 1 token's going off just to, you know, the suspicious-looking area that just doesn't happen to have any flooring. I like this Joe variant. It actually does something. And I also really enjoyed those shield, well, whatever they're called. Not shield attackers, but that this variant actually allows me to slide off of them, or stand on them, too. It's always a nice touch. Oh, I could have actually gotten something here. Well, good old Magnet Beam. Nothing beats that. Oh, and there's nothing for coming this way. Well, that's sad. I thought surely that looked suspicious enough to go and get something. Don't tell me you've killed him before you had to and now you're stuck. No. That's quite the opposite. Not called shield attackers or you're tripping. The shield attackers are the one that ram forward at you. They're literally just a shield with eyes. These are something else. Not sure what they are. Probably some obscure Japanese name that only Mick Galbani actually knows. Alright, I understand how I screwed myself there. And it... Okay, I was about to say, it didn't matter? Question mark? Because I was not able to do anything with that. I don't know. Branching path? No, it's death. Great. I love death. Using those platforms... Oh, I had to look at... Sorry, I had to adjust a window there. Using the platforms, the Game Gear only function. Cool addition, though. Yeah, indeed. Here, in case you killed the Tatapakan in the room above to prevent these situations, all future Tatapakans that help your progress will be baby-proof to have 99 health points. No, they won't. I guess that's the name, the Tatapakan. That's easy to remember, right? Perfect timing. Who needs text boxes when we got Grim Specs? Encyclopedia Extraordinaire. Okay, I'm really trying to not hit the bullet. There we go. Okay, we don't have to keep embarrassing ourselves like that. Different function carry over from Mega Man 4. Yeah, that makes more sense. Oops, didn't mean to go up there. Huh, so let's see, what else is going on? Don't know if anybody else is versed in the current VTuber happenings, but Twitch is currently really fucking over VTubers again, apparently. Their new terms of service are kind of... Okay, this is not... Okay, that's only half functional. The new terms of service seems to be really applying that good old Twitch double standard to the amount of clothing that somebody can have on. Which one could argue that, you know... Which is a site that's meant for, you know, the pure and wholesome only. But then also it's completely wrong when you just see what, you know, actual human people do over there. Honestly, Twitch has just had some major fucking L's this year. I'm starting to actually become of the opinion that I started doing this on YouTube at, like, just the right time. Like, you know... I feel like most people would probably tell me, like, why would you not go to Twitch? Twitch is where Americans tend to stream, like, do that. People would actually watch streams there. But, like, A, I have no familiarity with Twitch culture whatsoever, so it would just be an awkward transition. But then B, would also just be like, I don't know, Twitch really does seem restrictive and, like, really stupid about certain things. Like, we can joke on YouTube about, you know, oh, I'm totally not using an emulator, but, like, ultimately, YouTube doesn't give a shit. There's no moderation here. And if there is, it's like just, you know, stupid Autobot moderation because you accidentally played a SpongeBob clip for 5.5 seconds. Like, Twitch itself, though, is like, oh god, no, I'm such a good boy mod. I'm going to now completely destroy your life because you decided to emulate Barbie Horse Game from the GameCube era. Like, come on, get real. Only 10 minutes late this time. It's not too bad. You know, some places would call that early. He calls me gay or lesbian, and I am. Sweet. Guys, should we watch SpongeBob? No SpongeBob here. I don't need Viacom to get me. They're just as scary as they were back in the YouTube poop era. Thank you. Twitch heads me at least how bad the UI is. Feels like I'm getting bombarded by ads and pop-ups all the time. Yeah, that too. I mean, that's its own good complaint of, like, just how bad Twitch has gotten about constant ad bombardment lately. Like, ads are not fun on any platform. I hope that everybody... For legal reasons, this is a joke. I hope that everybody is breaking the YouTube terms of service by installing an ad blocker. Because if you aren't, what are you doing? But it's just a shame that Twitch is actually pretty good about installing a blocker so that way you can't actually bother to do that. Never used Twitch, don't do the conversation. Yeah, I've used it rarely for the occasional streamer. That's a little bit of a design flaw. I don't have to go all 4 paths. But, I mean, otherwise, yeah, no. Twitch just... I always feel like I'm having a stroke every time I'm using Twitch. Like, it just... The UI does not make sense where everything's actually laid out. Oh, no, that was just the way forward. It wasn't a design flaw at all. It's intentional. Oh, this is the one with 99 health. Sweet. Viacom's a horror game monster? It is? Or, well, okay, yeah, literally in the figurative sense, true. There's Smoke Day Pinchback. Yeah. The good old days. Logs on my PC regardless, even... Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta pay somewhat of an attention against, I don't know, Plug Boy over here? Okay, I'm not... Okay, I shouldn't have died to that. I'm not a huge fan of the wave man pattern, though. I've never liked just randomly appearing spouts of water underneath your feet. So I Crash can't stream with you when I do Mega Man X. My presence is not clothed enough according to Twitch. You'll have to find a more modest VTuber. I know that you had to cover your face, your body, your legs, your arms, your hands, your eyes, your everything. In fact, I don't even think you're on stream at that point. Yet it's still too lewd for them. It's ridiculous. Alright, cool. We got wrenches. I'm glad those made a comeback. Oh, this is not a comfortable position. Please. Okay, thank you. I can't believe I didn't get piped there. Got piped throughout the rest of the level, but that worked out. Oh, that's what happens. What the hell are you doing? Alright. Pretty easy boss. Not that bad, though. I keep getting late. Anyway, hello. See? Hello indeed. Yeah, no, it's just a shame. Twitch is like... If Twitch wanted to actually just be completely sanitized and family-friendly, it would be fine. But they don't actually do that. So, you know, double standards. It sucks. But then also, like... You know, I would argue that... humanity should just be a little bit more comfortable with each other's bodies and just the fact that they exist. The fact that, you know... Twitch somehow isn't, and that advertisers still somehow aren't in the English-speaking world is really quite a shame. It's nothing to really, you know, go crazy over. If we all just normalize things, we wouldn't be in such a fucked up, you know, world as we are. Easier said than done, but, you know. Forget I ever said that. Actually, complete genius, first person ever saying this kind of thing, you know. No one's ever had the ideas as good as me. We have the best ideas around here. Yeah, Twitch ain't family-friendly, and that's its own problem. Yeah, YouTube where you upload to Twitch VOD is good, too, because, hey, at that point, you know, you can, for legal reasons, it's a joke. You can totally get ad block. You know, who cares what the terms of service says? You guys think they could have maybe created Twitch Kids or something like YouTube did? I mean, theoretically, that would be possible. But, I mean, I bet it would probably still end up going under the same, like, you know, dog shit route that YouTube Kids has. You'll suddenly start having Coco Melon, and then you'll have, you know, toy unboxing, and somehow we'll introduce gambling into it, but then it'll have to get banned later, and it'll just be its own whole fiasco, because I'm sure Twitch won't be able to do it correctly. Oh well, sooner that site burns down, the sooner Daddy Bezos stops getting his money. Okay, anyways, thoughts on the level. Fun gimmick. I wish the valve was actually easier to see. That would have made it, you know, a bit better to navigate the level and understand how the gimmick is going on. Ew. Ooh, oh god. Okay, vomit burp. That was gross. What else about the level? Fine aesthetics, although all the kinds of green and gray got a little bit tiring after a while. Good use of enemies, consistent use of enemies. What else? Pipe Bam was fun, if not a little bit too easy. And the one mini boss was broken was kind of a sad fact. It made it completely unthreatening. This feels like a good solid level overall, but it does have some problems that are pretty glaring that kind of prevent it from being, you know, super top tier in my book. Whole point is streaming. I mean, yeah, theoretically, if Twitch wanted to do that, like it could. Oh wait, yeah, no, it wouldn't really make sense, would it? Because if you were streaming on Twitch, it's meant to be interacting with an audience, and unless you're literally interacting with toddlers, Dora the Explorer style, it really wouldn't make all that much sense. Love watching channel DDD. Well, you're in the right place. DDD is reacting to this content, and he is not having the best of times after he got his ass beat a couple days ago. I have to say, this is a better level than expected from first impressions. Pipe Man Sewer Layer has some pretty interesting design owing to its puzzly gameplay. The gimmicks are a big help for this. The water spouts make an excellent movement concept, but the ability to adjust them adds layers of interest. The giant stopper tellies make good obstacles to facilitate some puzzle solving. The clear pipes are a fun way to get around, and they're effective for the mid-boss. No. And I'm glad to see someone's making use of Tadapakun's Game Boy traits, though the explanatory sign could have been less needlessly snide. As for the other enemies, Mosubeli and Fujin handle much better than usual, getting scenarios where they're more than just charge shot bait. Meanwhile, Wrench Joe is an interesting opponent. Whenever he appears, I like how he waits until the last one to throw in a shield. For that matter, the strongest part of the level is easily its difficulty curve. It does, actually. Introduces things in an effective and clever manner, builds them up, before culminating in one massive puzzle that challenges you on everything in the level. It's exceptionally well made, and I largely enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the visual design is severely lacking. No difference between turn wheelettes on A or B, and there's nothing indicating which water spouts are active on which mode. That's not always a big deal, but if you don't have the spouts on screen, it can get confusing. I agree, and then especially having to go back and forth and navigate between them, that are also difficult to actually see. Indicator on Tadapakons you're not supposed to kill would have made things much easier. Yeah, Mick, do you hear yourself? That's literally the challenge. It's like having object permanence. Should the shield be up or down? Is there a hole I need to slide through? Like, come on. In fact, just making them invincible would have done the trick. I mean, yeah, but then you miss the chance of being able to provide a sign that says "fuck you" to your audience. Like, come on, that's humor. That's funny. It's 2020. Well, I guess at the time of submission it was like 2018. That's what humor is. It's just being mean on the internet. The boss is much better for the visuals problem, but sometimes the stop telegraph tends to fail, leading to cheap hits. Yeah, I noticed the explosion didn't always come up. I really like this level. Definitely has issues here and there. Very solid start. A little more graphical oomph would go a long way. Yeah, just a little bit of something to pop. It would be pretty nice. There are so many people today. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We actually have... this channel's going kind of nuts lately, honestly. I'm surprised. I'm kind of a little bit... I have a suspicion what I did right, but I'm not entirely sure. I respect Battle Network for doing something different, but my heart belongs to the platformer Mega Man. I mean, yeah, Battle Network is pretty hype. I love that series a lot, but I definitely don't play it like religiously as much as like I do the regular Mega Man series. Just because, you know, I like the jump and shoot and free movement aspects a lot. And then also, you know, Battle Network can kind of go from, wow, this is the most like snooze fest of a enemy fight I've ever seen, to, oh my god, I cannot fucking comprehend what's happening in like just a couple of encounters. Like anytime in Battle Network 5, my most hated enemy in the entire Battle Network series from Battle Network 5, it's the fucking shakies. Those electric balls that just like snake their way up and down the squares to you. I fucking hate those things because for some reason my brain is terrible at dodging sine wave patterns. And then furthermore, it's just like, it is so impossible to parse their movement when you fight like the shaky version 3. Like, oh my god, that thing moves faster than the human eye can react, I swear. I literally start pause buffering the game to dodge those things. But Battle Network cool, though. Does a lot of cool concepts, and I gotta love it. If there was a, you know, I'm sure there will be a Battle Network fan game that I stream at some point, because, I mean, come on. You gotta. It's so good. I forget, did you play through Dark Castle again with the voice acting cheat on? I have not actually looked at anything with the voice acting cheat yet. I don't know, saving a lot of that stuff for just my own bonus devices at the very end. I don't want to bog down the stream a little too much, especially considering that it's let's see, like 5 months after, approaching 5 months after release of this game, and I'm only just getting to the end of tier 14. Yeah, we need to pick up the pace a little bit. Let's see. Not gonna be able to watch stages because I don't really have any time, so I'm gonna go now. Bye. Oh, well, sorry, Cool as probably didn't get you before you left, but thanks for dropping in. Minor spelling mistake, blah, blah, blah. So, remember us when you get to the top, Crash? Well, I have to remember you. You're stuck in my Discord, and I know you in real life. You'll just break my kneecaps if I don't. Clearly because of me. I mean, I know you're just trying to be, you're trying to be funny. It's partially because of you. Grim, genuinely, you're someone that I actually had an opportunity to bounce, like, an actual conversation off of for long periods of time. That makes this streaming shit infinitely easier. Going from 0 to 1 viewer is, like, I'm struggling to come up with an analogy right now, but it's, like, the difference between, I don't know, having to, like, walk 8 miles on foot to, like, taking a slow bus 8 miles on foot. It is night and day. Love shakies, have lots of practice with sine waves attacks, especially in bullet hell games. Well, damn. He's more skilled, everybody. Don't think my rep with the Mega Man people is too high right now, but maybe if and when the next one rolls around, I can try and make a good Mega Man level myself. I think that would be an excellent endeavor to do. It's something I have never bothered to do, but I might try. Granted, this whole streaming thing takes up most of my time nowadays, so probably not, but, you know, maybe judge application, I'll try that out, who knows. Not too bad of a level here. I was fully expecting a more maze-like stage with a name like Pipe Man, given the obvious way those pipe gimmicks could be used, so I'm happy to see it's more on the puzzle platforming side of things. Said platforming is alright, there's a lot of focus on valve switching, interacting with the Tadapakans, latter of which I don't think has been explored much, at least not to this extent, over the course of the contest series, so it's nice to see their one notable quirk getting used to direct effect here. On that note, while a lot of these sections are passable, it's also kind of an issue, seeing as there's not much else I can really say about them. It's the samey setups with the Tadapakans after a while, or the very lacking aesthetics, but there just wasn't much else that felt noteworthy here, barring segments toward the end. With maybe less harsh language, I actually do kind of agree with Shinryu there. Tadapakan setups did get pretty repetitive. It was just slide into the hole at a while, and it also had pretty similar water setups at the end. And, you know, there was maybe not enough enemy challenges there, largely kind of, you know, minor platforming challenges. Final segment before the boss is the one that stood out to me the most. Needing to destroy 4 blockades, going down 4 different paths. That was a pretty cool, you know, final way to end the level. You can completely avoid going through one of these, however, by using a charge shot on the very bottom path, or by taking out 2 blockades at once. Minor oversight, but it does affect the intended flow of the game. Pipe Man himself, I think his fight's pretty decent overall, but it feels like it might do too little damage to be truly threatening. Also very easy to kind of dodge, honestly. More than half my health intact. Attack pattern-wise is perfectly fine, but I think he could stand to have a bit more damage output to make things not completely one-sided. Overall, it's a relatively fine level, if a little on the repetitive side. Nice! That's becoming a new live patchy reaction. Actually, speaking of, I can actually change out the DDD reaction. I made a couple more over the weekend. We'll put in this live patchy reaction instead. There we go. Ooh, mushroom pizza. I had pizza earlier today, too, before stream. But the judges got me cooked. You know. You take the advice, you learn some stuff. It'll be alright. Want to see the kind of level I make that's on my channel? I might check it out later. Engineer Joe Gaming! Oh, I wish I had the sound toggle to play. I'm quite a fan of this one. A puzzle-oriented level that has you toggling valves to keep certain water spouts active in order to progress. I like the transparent pipes, not only better for path clarity, but also make it much more fun to watch Mega Man going for a ride. A ride? Getting piped? Patchy. Starting to sound a little sus. It's also subsequently very handy for mapping out the split paths during puzzle parts. I also really like the one shield enemy being utilized as a platform. Plugs being enemies purely to be in the way is also quite funny silly, and brilliantly incorporated into the puzzle designs, putting the player through various slide paths in order to unlock the final path forwards. It gives me the vibe of Maze of Death from MaGMML3 to a smaller and better executed degree. Sorry, Flashman. The boss is a chunky lad, surprisingly quick on his attacks despite the size. I'd say to increase the wind-up time for a bit better of a telegraph, but it's ultimately not too bad of a fight. I also appreciate that the ceiling spikes are not instantly deathly, as it can be a little tricky to dodge the water spouts coming from the ground, especially when the tell does not always seem to appear. The music got me pumped. The secret path made me laugh. I liked this level from the moment it started. From the elegantly minimalistic graphics to the laser-focused challenge design, this level does so much with so little. A handful of enemies and gimmicks combined to create one meaningful, memorable screen after another. I love the token placements, the accordion action of the Tadapakan towers, and the section that channels MaGMML3's Maze of Death and arguably executes it better. Sorry, Flashman. that's Flashman's award-winning joke. That's the best joke in the contest in his commentary so far. That's good. That's very good. I was floored by the simple brilliance of the first mini-boss. I only wish it weren't so easy to cheese with special weapons. It was pretty easy to cheese with nothing, let's be completely honest. I only wish is generally my harshest criticism of anything here. Puzzle explanations could have been communicated through gameplay rather than missable signs. I prefer if it were impossible to get stuck rather than unlikely, especially in a teleblock shaft. Disabling Ice Wall and Magnet Beam would help prevent cheating. Hold on. Flashman, you dislike it when people do the disabilities or disable things to prevent said cheating. Doesn't make sense, but okay. Musubil mob could be more challenging. Oh, the mouse one. A few oversights, no health refills in the maze, infinite keys, an exploit to clear the telly shaft with just 2 shots, scuff the polish. The only egregious issues are that water valves don't stand out enough. I very much agree. Walls and pits are easily mistaken for screen transitions due to undesirable gaps in the architecture, and that one Tadapakon plus water spout plus sliding puzzle is finicky about vertical alignment. Importantly, everything else is excellent. Challenge progression and checkpoint placement are spot on. Custom sprites look highly professional and fit the theme nicely. Joes are actually fun here, and I can stand to fight a couple more. Mostly fun just because they don't have a shield. The boss is well programmed and satisfying end of the level. Feels very close to a Capcom level, and I love it, and I can say that. If patchy near is patchy here. Very true. No, I still... almost the entire way through the game, and I still press the triggers to try and switch to the next judge panel, even though that's not the button that actually does it. And yeah, it still isn't the greatest thing in this game involving Patchy in a construction helmet. Ooh, boy. More to get. Went to Japan, my friend just said, don't go to a forest. Yeah, I mean, technically true. There's a forest that you don't go to, but the other ones are fine. I mean, I don't know. The locals do talk about ghosts there all the time. There's a lot of ghost stories in Japan, so maybe you might find some spirits out in the regular woods, too. Watch out for that. Stage has some interesting stuff and is very on theme. I overall enjoyed it. Both its issues and strengths are rather specific, so I might be talking for a bit. Oh, no. Not another Ace Spark novel. Glitching water guys on and off is a simple gimmick, but their interaction with stage elements elevates them to something great. This has the very real potential to be an excellent puzzle stage, but it never quite gets there, with several of the puzzle rooms amounting to busy work rather than challenge. Yeah, I could have used a little bit more brain teasing. Still, the final run-around area was fun. It made the area of the level feel larger than it was mechanically. Tile work is good. Animated background elements, of course, make it better, but it does become rather dull to look at. I think you needed more fully tiled background segments to hide how repetitive the tile set really is. It's like, it's pipes. You're in the sewer. Like, fuck it. Sewer level. Pipe aesthetics. Like, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Even Pump Man, one of the more boring looking modern Mega Man levels, wrong opinion, had fully tiled background segments. But thematically, the stage is great, having to clear blockades to make progress very on point, along with just enough themed enemies to really sell the level's motif. Stage fits the universe. A genuinely awesome music track doesn't hurt either. Pipe Man themselves enjoyable, at least when it tells work. I like the design. I like the amount of detail in the sprites. An interesting suite of attacks, and the variety of rivals in Mega Man 7 era Capcom Robot Master. What? Wait, no. He has like 3 attacks. It's not that interesting. I mean, it's better than Mega Man 1 Robot Masters, but that's a really low bar. Fortunately, in State, his tells don't always work. He uses the thin water spout attack. The actual graphic sometimes fails to spawn in. Yeah, it does. My biggest issue with the stage is how conveyance is handled. I'll say right off that I am not a fan of the snarky text. I can snark with the best of them, but mocking the player doing the obvious thing just erodes the player's goodwill. It's not that bad. It doesn't help that variants of enemies act differently. If you are going to have invulnerable variants, a reskin would have just preferable than do explaining it. A really small thing hurts the stage a fair bit. There's not much in the way of visual cues to whether or not the valves that control the geyser gimmick are on or off. Small rooms is fine, but with large rooms it is not. For the record, I require use of accessibility controls to keep Mega Man games playable, which includes rapid fire, so this was an especially egregious and recurring problem for me, and will be for anyone else who needs to use them. More on-screen cues and much more obvious graphic for what is on and off would have solved this right up. A more colorful graphic, so it didn't look like a background element, wouldn't have hurt either. I gotta agree there. Kind of just turns into busy work, not super clear in the boss, and yeah, it drags down the stage a little bit, but it's still good, so that's fine enough. I'm happy with this stage. Yeah, our pipe mount's a little bit more involved compared to your average 8-bit Robot Master. Really cringe. My cringe levels are over 9,000. I should commit to that more. No, actually, I'm not going to commit to over 9,000 more. I'm sorry. It's too old, even for me. Absolutely pumped to see how this tournament finishes out. The original Robot Tournament I was a part of was good, up until, you know, when fake man in the sunglasses took over. Competitive spirit in this tournament is the strongest I've ever seen. It's quite admirable. Yes, I mean, it is. I wish I had more... See, okay, I like... If I have to give one complaint about this game on its own so far, it's probably just the fact that all of the, you know, main competitors here, Cerberus Man, Element Man, Presto, Forge Woman, Hunter Woman, I actually fight them in between all the tiers and stuff. I'm pretty sure that I understand there's like a, you know, encounter with all of them later on, like once we're actually done with all the contest levels, but like I would have liked some, you know, more actual gameplay interaction with them up until this point. I think that would be nice, just to actually cement them as rivals rather than just, you know, man speaking in fucking Sugandese. Like, it's fine enough, but still. I guess the focus is meant to be on the levels, so that's fine. Trailblazer by Lord Saturn. Alright, let's go. These proteins and sparkling zero just drop. Show up the end like MaGMML3's. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, okay. A bit loud. At least in my ears. So I imagine it's a little bit loud on stream. Your entire colony is in disorder due to his havoc. Who's his? You may need to rearrange our entanglement platforms and fight our own security robots in order to get to him. Gas shock fighting? In my Mega Man game? Also, very cool Battle Network music. Just talking about it. This is easily one of the better tracks. I'm trying to remember which game this was from. I think this is actually from Battle Network 4. Huh. Usually I don't have much to praise about Battle Network 4. It's kind of a shoddy product, but you know, sometimes it really did have music that was on point. The biggest thing I disliked about Battle Network 4 was just the fact that why did they use the worst boss music as the regular boss music? The tournament boss music was actually cool as hell. The regular boss music is repetitive and annoying. Nothing is there without a cause. Okay. Sure. Alright, missed my timing window. He was speaking in darker yet darker. Yeah, he's speaking in something, alright. It's certainly the language of the gods. Ah, oh, fuck, I missed it. Yeah, here, we'll go around and do it this way. I'll get hit, it's fine. Alright, puzzles. More puzzles than the last level. Okay, so we need to probably... Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, he's out here winging his ding. Perhaps even his his ding-a-ling? Nah, let's not go that far. Alright, sweet. Obviously, the language of the gods is just Japanese in reverse. It's actually what it is in Japanese in Dragon Ball Super. I missed that reference. I was one of the few people, or was one of the few kids who managed to grow up in the, you know, the aughts and not actually pick up on Dragon Ball. I never really... It might be funny where I've ended up now, but I never really enjoyed anime, like, for a long time. Also, okay, text graphics are really cool here. Like, I was very much kind of one of those anti-anime people for a long, long time. I only started watching anime when I was in college, when I heard that JoJo constantly references old rock bands that I like. So I decided to start giving things a chance rather than just being like, I don't really get this and it's just cartoons for perverts. What does this do? Nothing. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I missed the Dragon Ball Toonami Golden Era that existed when I was younger. I don't know. Was just that way when I was young. Don't be tossing the wrong Simpson memes around. Flabbergasted, never watched Dragon Ball. 2015. Oh well, you know. Yeah, I didn't get in on the ground floor, so wasn't gonna get in on, you know, the 14th floor or whatever. God, this level. It's so far it's alright. It kind of assaulted my ears with very loud Battle Network music at the beginning, but so far I'm having fun with it. It's got some solid, you know, challenges here. It maybe just suddenly threw me into low and reverse gravity zone, but you know, it's workable. Nothing here is criminal. Okay, more ice ball usage. Sweet. Oh, wait, that's not the right. Okay. Hold the phone. Phone being held. Wait, was there a token on screen? Oh, okay, I got janked from the floor. Nice. Did I miss a token on screen? I didn't see one. Oh, and now I'm stuck here. All right, let me try one more time. Weird mix of action puzzle threw me off the first time. Oh, jeez, that's the. Could have chosen a better color. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have seen that at all. Thank you for pointing that out, Hope. That's fucking purple on purple. Why would they do this? All right, well, it has something to do with this, clearly. Oh, that's just a full-on pit. But the next screen is solid. Why would it do that? Why that? Why you do that? Chat, tell me. Why do you think they did that? Stupid engagement baiting. All right. Well, let's see here. Oh yeah, I could probably just jump through this way. All right. It's maybe a bit of a. Can that carry me off screen? Oh fuck! I got too curious. I wanted to see if that could just carry me off screen again. Next created for that token, you do have the random token colors on. I do? Did I accidentally turn that on? I feel like I didn't want to do that. Graphics, something colors, like flash, item, lemon colors, blah, blah, blah. Token colors random. Huh. I don't remember actually doing that. Alright, well, let's undo that. I probably did that before I even started, like, when I was, like, very first stream testing things out. I had no idea how consequential it would be. Alright, how far does this carry me off screen? Okay, no, that just hurts me. Excellent. Kind of a brutal... Ow, fucking... Brutal to expect me to actually remember where the fuck I am. Oh, well, whatever. Just die at this point. It's fine. I never watched Dragon Ball because I'm a woman as a child. Like, Dragon Ball was a boy thing, so I just didn't watch it as a child. Then I just never cared enough to try it. Fair. I don't know. I wasn't, I didn't fall to the peer pressure either of, you know, my fellow males. So, I mean, not like that many people did watch it and talked about it when I was younger. I mentioned previously that for some reason my elementary school was full of very jock-ish boys, so I highly doubt that something as nerd-centric as anime would have appealed to them back then. Would not have made my life any easier. They wouldn't have cared. It just wasn't passed around, but, you know. A couple of friends I did make were like, oh, wow, you ever watch this? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I never really got into that shit. I was, got sold on video games and boomer music a little bit too early to get into anime, so. Oh, right, that doesn't exactly solve things. Oh, but wait a minute. Oh. Okay, I think that's... No, because I would have to enter down there. How could I otherwise enter it having reverse gravity? I don't think I could. I'm assuming maybe this is there's something deeper to this, but I'm gonna, you know, good old magnet beam, nothing beats that my way through this. No. Gotta time it better. There we go. Oh, right. Too far. Token colors run by default. Visibility, except for this level. I mean, there's certainly been more nauseating visuals in this contest, so I've this ain't that bad. All right, that's probably not worth my time. So immediately with the random coast, yeah, it's not very fast, easy to miss if you aren't looking for it. Yeah, I mean, you know, how often are my eyes wandering down to that section of the screen? Sweet, I did something that probably no one was meant to do. That's the Crash experience around here. Overcomplicating things. If you like people overcomplicating shit, then I'm your guy. Ooh, that looks cool as hell. Also deadly. I managed to fucking fall in the smallest pit possible. Good job. I don't know why I didn't just slide the other direction. Otherwise, pretty much jock sides this one kid. Yeah, I don't understand how elementary school in the aughts was. It just doesn't make sense how it's like, you're like, kid, you're like 7, maybe 11 years old. How are you this into sports already? Like, you barely even had a chance for your muscles to develop yet. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just part of the primeval human experience that I don't quite understand. I guess, you know, we have been banging stones and shit together since we were, you know, in the caves, but... I don't know. Okay, so that's probably going backwards, but I want that E-tank. If I can get it. I don't think I can get it this way. Alright. Go, go, go! Clear that, go this way, and then reverse gravity ain't coming into effect, but there we go, perfect. Alright, I guess we need to go under. This thing needs to get out of the way. I always hated the cyber Gabules. They're honestly, I think they're the worst version of the Gabules, just because they're too effective at their job. They're too weirdly paced going back and forth. Oh, hello. What are you? Little creature. Okay. I think that's the Floorbis we were talking about last stream. No fair share of Sailor Moon growing up. I'm straight as a white male as they come. Very. I don't know. Some people just get selected like that. We're predisposed to these kinds of things. Ow. Okay. Stabby shield. Stabby boy. Dad's into sports probably. Yeah, that honestly probably has more to do with it than anything. The fact that my dad was definitely the you know, the growing up in the 70s 80s type of nerd. He, you know, he kind of got into video games a little bit when he was younger. Like, he played it, you know, arcades a little bit and had his own Atari with his brother. But he was, like, you know, video games dropped off for him at a certain point. But he was, like, you know, mega Star Wars nerd type of person. So, yeah, the fact that he never really got into sports and only just knows enough to not be bored at bars is probably indicative of how I got to where I am. So what the hell am I doing on this screen? This guy's invulnerable. I mean, I guess I can just use the laser trident. That feels like cheating. Unless there's... I mean, that block did look kind of weird up there. I hope it's not something I'm missing. Okay, and you're invincible? Alright, the enemies have taken a very strange turn. I'm not sure what the hell's going on at this point. And now you're turning the other way. Okay, sure, I guess. Yeah, this level's starting to feel pretty unfocused. Okay, damn, you didn't need to do damage to me. It's another 3, a twist in time. It's peak fiction, and oh god, almost got me there. They're reading Cinderella. I will not abide by it being solely for one gender. Very true. I mean, hell, my favorite... I didn't enjoy watching the quote-unquote boys shows as a kid either. I was really into Powerpuff Girls and Totally Spies when I was younger. Now, being into Totally Spies may, you know, in fact, color my interesting personality nowadays. May, you know, fill in a couple of reasons why I fell into degeneracy, but, you know, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Powerpuff Girls was also kick-ass. Who doesn't love Blossom? Or not, wait, Buttercup, sorry. Who doesn't love Buttercup? Although I guess, I don't know, some of the boys' shows did appeal to me, but I guess he was, you know, more the gender neutral, you could argue, like Ed, Edd n Eddy. Ed, Edd n Eddy, very good, no matter who you are. How could you not? Upside down oh, you're so right. I could have just stood on it from below. That's the big brain move. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Played video games as a kid, you know, stereotypes. But I drew the line at Dragon Ball. Yeah, I don't know. everybody has a line that they draw somewhere, right? Like, there is a certain point where it's like, okay, what am I trying to think of, like, the girls show that I didn't watch when I was younger? There almost certainly was one. I'm just trying to think. I can't quite remember it right now. If there's anything like, didn't like Bratz used to have like a show? I think Bratz or like the other doll series used to have a show. At that point I was like, yeah, I'm not really into this anymore, but I don't know, everything else is pretty competent. You mentioned being a Totally Spies fan. Look, it's a 1-to-1 correlation. I might as well just make it abundantly clear that the correlation is true. Anyone who watched Totally Spies as a kid did not escape without getting newfound degeneracy at one form or the other. Jake's fist angry at the French. Hey, the French made Code Lyoko, and that show was based as fuck. So, like, you know, I will tolerate some French slander, but not in the context of cartoons. Questionable things for young kids in it. All of them seem to have that. And the men get all the cool things. Why is godforsaken needed this gender? Beware, he's stronger than any robot you've ever fought. Be ready for the worst when he shines a different color. Now he must evac. Alright, sure. Rainbow Man will kill us. Got it. Alright. Level still going. Level still feel unfocused. Not sure what level doing, but me am happy enough. Right. I still don't know what the point of these things is. I don't like them. Those little bastards invulnerable from the front. Oh, now we're going back out here again. Okay, sure. Is this death? It's death! Why would you do that to me? You can't just give me a 1-block tile and expect me to not jump down it. That's not fair. Okay, I'm starting to see what Ilvo and Grimm were talking about with this puzzle action platforming getting a little bit mind-breaky. It's, it kind of struck a good balance, but then it started throwing, like, too many different things at the wall, which, I will say, it's kind of weird playing a MaGMML level that is, its biggest crime is having too many ideas. It's been a very, very many tiers since we've seen something like that. Usually the top tier's, biggest fault is not developing a level enough. This one seems to actually be falling into the holy shit, too many gimmicks at once. Times of hardship may bring enemies together to attain a greater goal. Thank you, Fortune Cookie Machine. Oh, no, I get it. It's like silly, get the enemy to work for you kind of deal. I like that. Alright, come on, sir. Alright, so now what's your problem? You're gonna come down here if I stand all the way at the end? Okay. And... guessing this is beneficial to me somehow? How on earth? Okay, so that one moves it back upwards. Just have to get the timing right. Okay, good. Now you're gonna back up that way again. And now carry me to the other side. Okay. The ideas are still pretty cool. It's just I'm a little bit brain frozen over them. Wait, where the hell was this? Okay, I guess we'll retry. Okay. Kind of an interesting level astronaut suit with too much candy. That's a funny way of putting it. Didn't know that, I never imagined astronauts carrying candy up into space like that in their suits, but, you know. It's not a bad idea. It's a long journey. I'm sure Houston will accept the safety violation. Us safety officers are known to be good for just accepting safety violations. Okay. So, let's see. Transformation, same thing, really. I know you're joking, Grim, but, you know. Same wavelength. The Headless Ag looked like Transformer with the gunmetal gray face. Yeah, I don't know. That thing looked like a, I'm not sure what the hell that was. It looked kind of like a combination of, like, Laser Man with, like, I think, I don't know, Gate from Am I thinking of gate from X6 correctly? Oh, so I don't want to step on... That's a mean trap for that token. That's a mean trap for that token. Just, you know, oh, step on this small platform. You'll never notice the fact that it'll lock you out until way too late. Okay, so I guess I have to navigate out of here without stepping on that thing. Actually, wait, no, I have to step on it? Yeah, wait, so it's down. So I would need to step on it to get back up? Hold on, what? How the hell do I get to the other side, then? Autobot because Decepticons would never work with humans. How do people find out about the judge application in this game anyways? I have no idea, but I would have to imagine it's probably because of, you know, if you stick around in the MaGMML Discord enough, you probably, you know, could find out the information. Okay, so how the hell do I knock this the other way, then? Do I have to somehow get to the other side? I don't think I can't, like, flip this guy to traverse it, can I? Oh, I guess maybe I can. Did I push him to the other side? This is getting weird. Fall into it from the opposite gravity. Yeah, I mean, like, but, like, you know, from that side, like, I don't... Unless this is no longer a pit, if I do it this way? Okay, that's... Alright, fair enough. I guess the pit is one block lower? No, I don't know. I feel like this is bad conveyance, because I literally fell down here in normal gravity and died for it. There should have been, like, one more block of ceiling to kind of tell me that I could walk that way. Come on, make it out of here. There we go. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled MaGMML gameplay. I have my commentary and paying attention to the chat is lacking a little right now. I am using 110% of my brain power to get through this level. Okay, I'll have to just come back to that one there, and then do this. Come on, little green boy. You're following with me. You're riding with me now. Yes, little green boy, into the weed cave. Alright, and slide, and go. Sweet. Fuck. Fuck, okay. Alright, run it back. It's fine. Nothing happens. Nothing to see here. Weed cave, can I come? I suppose. As a treat. New viewers get to join the weed cave as a little bit of a treat. Cool OC, now draw them pregnant. Man, do I have the thing for you. If you would like to go and check out my artist page, Dirtnell, he is in fact linked on Twitter. His Twitter link is in the description. I may have in fact asked him to draw my character pregnant already. And his art may exactly exist on his feed, and that art may exactly be my face, my avatar for my YouTube. So, have fun! What, it was a joke. Well, it's serious around here. I mean, what happened is, like, you know, I'm friends with my artist. So, like, we've been lifelong friends for many years. And as we already discussed, I have watched Totally Spies before. So, our humor is completely fucked. And I have casually just kind of said to him, alright, now draw me pregnant one night, and he did. Took me up on the offer. I'll just let that one sit on everybody's minds for a second, as I forget that I have to go back and do that button challenge now. Locked out of it. Well, not entirely locked out of it, but... Actually, wait, no, I am locked out of it because Now I can't go and... Okay, we'll retry it again. Fuck. Inadvertently sound like the FNAF 1 Golden Freddy. I might have to listen to that again. That might actually be a good clip moment. If that's true. And here, actually, definitely going over there. So he's talking about MPEG crash, gonna be a clip later, or, I mean, it'll probably just be a recurring theme at this point. It might be, it might not be. Depends, you know, I would have to be able to, you know, have the joke set up and then, you know, pay off an execution. Like, you need the 3 acts of the joke for it to be good. I'm not sure that this has more than 1 act to it. Alright, do this again. Hell. Okay. Fuck off! This level is full of jank. I've been ignoring it up to the point. But that crosses the line. All the gravity flips have made me kind of, you know, sometimes go in and out of the floor a little bit, which is like, alright, fine, I can handle that. The fact that I just managed to flip into a box and it hurt me because I bonked my sweet little precious head on it. Stupid. Alright. Touching grass right now, but oh well. Nah, grass is overrated. AstroTurf is where it's at. Grass is just a government psyop to prevent you from enjoying, you know, big online entertainment. Okay. And I don't have to see this screen ever again in my life. Cool! 3rd ring. Do we have to have more? I've been in this level for 30 minutes. During streamer joke, Doug Hug has bald and divorced, Schlatt has 9/11, and Weezer and Crash has gaslighting and MPreg. Yeah, I mean, shit, why not? I feel like both of those are pretty common tropes, though. No. Oh right, do what I just learned. Back up, and now you're up here. Okay, cool. Fake grass is underrated. True. It's underdeveloped, too. I mean, we could make so many different types of fake grass, different materials. I'm sure, you know, maybe fake grass with plastic doesn't feel too good, but fake grass with, like, silk? That could go pretty hard. Let's not let them reach the Citadel. The colony can be reconstructed, but not our work stored there. Research can be redone. If it's good research, it can be redone. Ow. Okay. Gone from levels that have also had maybe not enough visually going on to too much going on visually again. This is not a bad level by any means. It's at least making me, like, pay attention. But holy shit, is there, like, too much happening? Is sensory overload. This is kind of the Eric Andre show if it was in level form. Get rid of this guy. Go through here. Okay, first instance of this asshole being upside down. Alright, where does this connect to? Okay, another one of these green dudes. I guess I'll shoot. I'll give him a back shot? Sure, why not? Like, I guess that works. There's also a Metroidvania type of level in this game. Yeah, there are sort of some. They're kind of, they're delegated to the low tiers. They were not executed super well, and also, like, you know, in my opinion and judges' opinions, that kind of gameplay doesn't translate too well to make a Mega Man level as a concept. It turns into make a Mega Man game very quickly. It just becomes too much. Okay. Yeah. We're doing it, and doing it well. Sweet. Alright. I think Chris hits in Arizona. I used to live there. You know, a lot of people consider my level a Metroidvania. Yeah, I don't know. Metroidvania to me, like, would have to imply more backtracking be necessary. That was one thing that was nice about Fun Bags, that it was not a... For those uninitiated, Fun Bags was Grimspex's, the acronym for Grimspex's Mega Man level competition of this game. Fun Bags was more of a, I don't know, just a very large exploratory kind of art piece. It didn't have me going back and forth, applying new items that I grabbed everywhere to, progress. Which, probably a good thing, being honest, but, I think Mega Man and Metroidvania can mix together, because, I really enjoyed the ZX series quite a bit, but it's also not for the faint of heart, in my, or what am I trying to say? It's not generally applicable. They are not two genres that mix together super well. I was super concerned when I was first playing ZX, because I was like, oh god, backtracking in Mega Man games? Aren't these supposed to have, really tight, forward design setups that probably won't translate to backtracking through them very well? And surprisingly, I don't know, ZX managed to pull it off. Whereas here, I don't know, I don't feel like a lot of the contest submissions did that so well, hence why they're in the lower tiers. Alright, and all the tokens on the first run. Sweet, I don't have to come back to this place. Oh, is this a all your base belong to us joke? Creativity is kindred to the ability to come up with solutions to problems that seemed unsolvable. A machine able to do that is more than a robot. More than a robot to me. I knew I listened to Bee Gees today for a good reason. Alright, super gravity. Dark gravity, man. Okay. Interesting. So I can also control gravity here, too. Huh. Okay, well that's definitely the strategy. Well, maybe that's the strategy. If I can just weave in and out. Oh, wait. Super attack. Of just standing there, menacingly. Okay, bro. That super attack was actually a little easier to deal with than his regular thing. Oh, okay. Just managing to make you actually bother to fight him. I guess I could have slid more. Whatever. Now you have nowhere to run. I'm gonna stop you at once before you hurt anyone else. Huh? I didn't hurt anybody. Whoa, in-game cutscene? This is unheard of. Okay. Oh, okay, no, there's still more? Alright, excellent. Speaking of Metroidvania, why is Castlevania Dracula's Castle, a creature of chaos, a better design for the average Joe than the BSL research station from Metroid Fusion? I don't know. Out of chaos comes order. Nietzsche. Scientists don't always have the best interior design. We usually just kind of, make very vague, or very generic lab setups. It's what's effective. It's form over function. Actually, no. I guess the form. I guess your point that the form of the Metroid Fusion station is not that great. Sequence bang is very rigid in its layout, so there's a little bit of intentional stuff though. So pretty good. Is Patrick Star confirmed? I already forgot the joke that I was making earlier that would make that relevant. What is the context that I would need for that? I never played the ZX games despite playing every other Mega Man series. I mean, fair. I only recently started playing a lot of the other series. Probably within the last 2 years, I bothered to give anything but the classic series a shot again. I have never been a fan of the X series. Still am currently not, but at the very least, I found the Zero series to be fun after a couple of, practice tries at the game. And ZX is awesome. I'm holding out on ZXA until I finish the X series, so that way I have something to look forward to. Patience, perseverance, the wise can read his enemies and turn every hit into the building blocks of the most powerful weapon, knowledge. Alright, oh no, that joke would have worked well if I would remember his stupid name. Something Lopez, that guy, the knowledge in the books, that guy. It's old memes. Right. Appreciate the Mega Man 4 music, though. One of the best boss themes in all the Mega Man series. Alright, this guy's fairly straightforward. At least a little bit less of a brain teaser than the rest of the level. So I can take a bit of a mind break here. That's not how mind break is normally used as words together, but you know, we'll work with it. We'll run with it. Oh, wait. He's firing galaxies at me now. Yo, that's pretty cool. Kind of maybe using the theming of it a little bit better than Aetherman ever did. Although I don't know, Aetherman was obviously a much, you know, bigger god of destruction. But maybe that's not for his benefit. Which level is Mr. Lecter himself? Yeah, in my garage, that guy. Oh, standing there menacingly. Yeah. There you go. Patrick Star is Patrick Star is apparently the sub boss of this level. I guess he finally found a job. Stop leeching off of SpongeBob. Okay, I need to hydrate after all that yapping. You still jump all over the place and through things get around. And the Chaos Castle has normal hallways and staircases. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's, the obvious answer is Nintendo didn't care, but the, I don't know, in-lore answer, maybe everybody is wearing spring boots. Maybe that's how they test out their experimental, you know, movement augmentation devices. Hope he doesn't fire the Milky Way. Oh no! That would kill us all! That would be the ultimate attack, though. I've programmed my MaGMML boss to fire the actual galaxy in the real world whenever he is played. The moment that this level is play tested, the universe will, or the world as we know it, will end. Instant zeros across the board. Okay, so thoughts on the level. I mean, it's a very mixed bag. I think this is probably the first instance of me saying I really want to like this level, but because, you know, good music choice, decent aesthetics choice, and a good handful of gimmicks that work in theory together and can be combined in execution pretty well. And also some pretty cool bosses to fight there at the end. Just turns into a lot to take in at once. Like, the level's first half, I think, was fine in what it was doing. Maybe it got a little bit all over the place in, like, what ideas it was going for. But once the moving platforms and the gravity switching and the elect beam traps and the weird green enemies and the destructible blocks and how gravity interacts with them and anything else that I'm missing all came together, the level just started turning into kind of a mess. It was a kind of a fun mess, one that was a very purposeful mess that works together pretty well, but overall something that just kind of overloaded my fucking brain, dude. Not sure how high my opinion of this level could be after what I just got through. I mean, the fact that I spent, like, what, 35 minutes in it just getting all the tokens and doing the level alone, like, ooh, Boise, that's a hell of a level right there. I would have preferred something that's just at least long and more straightforward than that absolute assault on the neurons. It's not bad. It's just not for me, I think, personally. Love Mega Man X6. Holy shit, you have actually 2 people in chat that love X6. This is more rare than, I don't know, more rare than atomic collisions out in the galaxy. Oh, good God, I am a chemistry nerd, aren't I? That's the only thing I could come up with off the fly. X6 haters only. Alright, Magic Warrior here with me. I'm biased against a game I've never even played. Alright, let's see what the judges had to say about this one. Puzzle level is a bold move. Took a bit to get used to. However, once you figured it out, it became one of the most pleasantly cerebral experiences in the contests. A variety of gimmicks make for interesting scenarios. Weaves in and out of the space station, gives it a decent sense of visual variety. Those primary draws is use of the gravity flips and entanglement platforms. Both are fairly simple, but they get put to excellent use throughout, have a strong sense of difficulty curve. Multiple rooms can be entered in either gravity, and oftentimes a little ingenuity will get some nice rewards. That being said, I wish there was a visible gravity flip in the pre-boss room. Felt weird to have no telegraph after they were so ubiquitous. Meanwhile, the lightning blocks and sparking wires are excellent obstacles, simple, but the platforming challenges were extremely useful breaks from the puzzles. Definitely wish there were fewer wires laying around, though. They got claustrophobic at times. Also, there was a lot of damage in that level. That level was not just killing me with a lot of instant death, also just ramming into 7 damage spikes constantly. Maybe a bit too much damage to be outputting for a puzzle level that's this kind of dynamic. Other thing I appreciate is how the level evolves. Initially, you're dealing with simple entanglement puzzles and elect beams, and then gravity flips introduced. As it advances, you grow by throwing in this enemy as an obstacle, and then the twist on Oshitsu. I know that's not how it's pronounced, but I'm pronouncing it that way. Simple enemy to a core puzzling gimmick. This was just the right level of change to keep things interesting without making the gameplay unrecognizable. Huge climax room and plenty of checkpoints. This is an excellent design sense once you're used to it. Boss fights are a little mixed. The Sentinel makes a decent platforming obstacle, but as boss, he's annoying, overglorified gravity man. Cutscene death in particular felt unnecessary. It would have been more satisfying to take it down myself, I guess, but like, I don't know. It adds some different flavor to the thing of, oh, I got it down to 0 health. I wonder what's gonna happen next. Like, I think it's fine. Thankfully, Cosmo Man makes up for that, even if his lore is a bit overbearing. A little too much health for my liking, but he makes up with it with entertaining attacks that hit just the right level of challenging but fair. Excellent climax. I'm glad he's here. Just wish his cohort had a better fight. We have over 300 alternate accounts. We are infinite. Infinity Maginian even? Grimspecs, you have to tell me, are you Infinity Maginian? If you are, you have to tell me, otherwise it's entanglement or entrapment. In this world, Mega Man X5 fans or Mega Man X6 enjoyers? I'm sorry, I'm neither. I'm fucking certified. I will say it certifiably, I fucking hate X5. I've actually played that game. X6? We'll see. That's the next Mega Man game on the docket here at this channel. Oh, the guy from Sonic Forces. Mega Man 1 enjoyer. Very good opinion. I like that a lot. You're hired. To what? I don't know, but you're hired. We need people like you on this team. Mega Man 1 is one of the stronger classic entries in my opinion. Yeah, it's like fucked up and janky, but I can forgive it for being the first in the series. Otherwise, I think the challenges are really solid, the weapons are really good, the game design's mostly there, and I think Mega Man 2 and 3 are kind of the lowest points of the entire classic series. It's a real shame. But then Mega Man 4 kicks everything back up into gear, so it's okay. Another level I'm torn on whether or not I actually enjoyed it. Creates puzzles through interesting gimmick usage. I wouldn't say it works out for each and every setup. Not to say it's all bad. Some genuinely well-designed stuff here with the Mr. X platforms. Puzzles typically aren't long enough to affect the pace of the level too badly. Even a few more things get thrown into the mix like green Tadapakons. Up until a certain point, generally getting into the stage, but that unfortunately would not last. The level progressed, I found myself getting more annoyed by certain puzzle elements. Yes, mostly with the modified Oshitsu, Osaretsus, the green pushing enemies. While I like the concept of guiding them to set spots in order to cross gaps, the execution gets finicky, thanks to them not always cooperating. Yeah, and then the extra jank kind of throws things off a little bit further. The other major thing that bothered me was the visuals in certain sections. Combination of damage tiles and dust blocks was a bit messy. I mean, it's a destroyed station. I don't think it's like that bad. I don't think it should compromise how coherent the level looks. I think it looked coherent. Like it's like purple-ish on purple-ish. Like it's fine. There's a second token being a bit of a pain to get since you can't accurately tell whether you're landing after a jump during that part. Yeah, that was annoying. I basically just tanked my way there. And pre-end boss being a bit underwhelming. Trailblazer Defender essentially plays out like a more difficult Gravity Man. Funnily enough, I actually found him to be more of a threat than the real end boss. Yeah, the whatever the last guy was fairly easy. Cosmo Man, yeah. Oh, Cosmo Man. Or that was his actual name. So wasn't that? I think that was a dude in in the Battle Network series. It's like it's a big yellow dude that fired like galaxies at you. I think that might actually be a. All right, that's cool. A Battle Network kind of demake. I like that. Barring his black hole move that rarely gets to pull out if you take him down quickly. But he rarely gets to pull out. Okay. Pretty slow. Yeah, a bit of an anticlimax, but I was glad to not be stuck for eternity after being stuck on a level for eternity. The glitches make it worse in my opinion. Still great though. It's understandable. I don't find too many glitches in Mega Man 1 to be that bad. I mean, I can just not use the Elect Beam pause thing, although sometimes it's nice because I don't feel like fighting Yellow Devil again. But other glitches, I don't know, don't really tend to even pop up for my playthroughs, but to each their own. It's called Cosmo. Well, fair enough. I had enough things to pay attention to. Audio's cutting out for me. Huh. Interesting. I just looked back, I see some more dropped frames. Hopefully that's not continuing to happen. If anybody else can confirm, I would appreciate that. I can troubleshoot, or attempt to. Enjoyed the later variant of the enemies. Clever use of the seesaw platforms. They have a stream buffer. Okay, yeah, I guess I must have just dropped some frames for some random reason. Seesaw patterns accomplish the task pretty well. Even say this entry does the best of that job. Split paths can be cleverly hidden. Sometimes they don't really lead anywhere, or worse, they're endless pits. Yeah, notice that. Electric vines? Patchy, those are called wires. I would call them out. Don't stick out places. I like the boss fights too. They may look intimidating, more than one health bar, but their projectiles can be manipulated to give you enough reaction time. Yes, actually, you have to play smart against them. Fun fact, this is the last entry I played from the randomized judging playthrough order, so hearing Battle Network 4's Save Our Planet theme acting as the finale theme was incredibly fitting. Yeah, it was pretty good. Never mind, it fixed. Alright, sweet. Anyone has a spike glitch, the fast falling from a platform, screen warping with ladders, and easy boss pattern locking certainly has a fair share of glitches. Okay, so some of those things I really wouldn't consider glitches. Like, okay, screen warping, I would definitely consider that a pretty obvious glitch. Spike glitch, if you're just referring to, instantly dying despite having iframes, I've always found that to be a mechanic, and one that I actually kind of enjoyed as far as Mega Man 1's concerned. Maybe not something I would bring back to the rest of the series, but, something fun to make the game unique on its own. Fast falling from a platform, yeah, I guess that's a glitch. It's unintended, way the mechanics worked out. But it's overall not too bad, just another little thing to remember. And then boss pattern locking, that's not a glitch, that's an exploit. Just, all the boss patterns needed something, to overcome them. You'll have to learn a pattern in every game anyway, so Mega Man 1s are just maybe a little janky. Yeah, we can forgive it. I know a few players might wish for a skip teleporter. Tried to give them one, I was outvoted, but for me, this is a blast. Huh, so interesting. Someone who actually votes to say, this level is amazing. It needs to be skippable. Long lore heavy levels have a tendency to implode from overambition, but this one never loses sight of its core focus or the player experience. I'm not sure about that. I think it got a little bit too... It flew a little too close to the sun. Get it? Because my name? Laugh. Consistent approach to the challenge design. Regular checkpoints and power-ups make the 20 to 30 minute completion time fly by. No, it doesn't. Sucker for sequencing and timing puzzles. Most of the ones here are impressively intuitive. Big rooms are satisfying to conquer. Small rooms are pleasantly complex. Goofing around. Found a couple places where it didn't account for accent bro and soft lock seeking shenanigans. Although the sound fonts are jarringly different, all the music fits perfectly, and the main theme does wonders for maintaining the appeal of a level this long. Pop-up text gives a feeling of consistent accomplishment and excitement upon reaching each new location. Well, if you're enjoying the level, it certainly does. Elaborate, right on the cusp of distractingly elaborate graphics and poor song sense of place. The attention to detail is stunning. Admittedly, the story needs a little bit more fleshing out. The first text box almost gives enough context. It's very easy to overlook that. The background computer consoles are interactable. Yeah, I don't know why there's no press up on them. There's an option for everything else. Playtested a version of this level that was intended for MaGMML3 but never submitted, and I have to say I'm incredibly proud of how much it's improved. Oh, interesting. I feel like that's maybe a little bit of a conflict of interest in the judging there.
Like, it's not that bad. Flashman still obviously had good, a good sense of staying objective, but it is like the other levels have been penalized for it being obvious that, like, oh, it's this person. Like, we're going to give you a 10% penalty because of this person submitting. I guess because only one of the 5 judges knew it, didn't get the penalty, but I don't know. I don't know how you would factor it in, so I'm guessing everyone probably just discussed, say, it's fine. Climb on one of the ladder machines where Cable Woman's level is for 30 seconds. You get a Chivo. Ooh, okay. I'll go ahead and do that. Why not? Stage lies on the knife edge. Some people just do not like that style, especially Mega Man. Yeah, it wasn't quite for me. But you love it, Ace Spark. That's fair enough. Puzzles look the best when multiple solutions are available. So be it. So the weapons, you disable 2 of them. The screen clear, which makes sense. As solutions involve enemies, this would have been too much. Not sure why Water Shield was that bad, but alright. The rest of the options are there. You can in fact break screens in twain and bypass puzzles in this stage and go about this level including what I can only assume are unintended manners via slide into passages with magnet beam. Now you're thinking with magnets. Ability for us to get good at from the contests. All positive, it shows restraint. The player can experience the stage how they want. Many stages in this contest in an effort to have a pure experience. The developer intended to disable utilities weapons so the player gets 100% what the developer intended. But here we have some restraint. Well, that Mega Man is all about players forging their own path. Yeah. Now this is why we love the games. I think a few areas are too clever by half, and there are more than a few screens that are tad tedious. Let's see. These officers in the rooms felt the most punishing. Back and forth stuff. Puzzles are cool. They grok pretty well overall. Alright. Fairly replayable. Not in my opinion. It's not an instant... Bullshit. It kind of is an instant death heavy stage. There's a lot of pits and a lot of upside down pits. And your health bar drops pretty quickly. Thankfully, checkpoint placement is rather generous. I've found myself burning an E-tank in the final rooms just to be safe. Sure. Okay, Spark, you got anything else that's actually standing out to me? Because it's starting to just drag on a little bit as a review. Bad network, good. I'd say the beams from Rockman are easier to notice. Talk about the bosses. Gravity Man edit there. Tries to lower expectations, I guess. I don't know. You got teased earlier. Why not fight 2 bosses? It's not that bad. Too basic for his own good. I don't know. I thought he was a decent twist on the Gravity Man theme. Cosmo Man, or Cosmo, whatever. What an edgy boy. This is everything original the character Donut Steel rolled into a Robot Master, and yeah, still a fun fight. At the very least, we don't get to hear edgy dialogue from him. He's just blowing up a space station. Figuring this guy was a blast, and this Edgelord might be one of my favorite fights in the contest. Special effects, cool. Always open to the Buster at all times. Scaling damage dealt to him keeps him from outliving his welcome. One of the bosses I went in and perfect ran. Buster only, a rare thing in fan bosses. Good send off to the level. Your mileage my very stage. Yeah, my mileage was a little bit low on that one. Oh, okay. What happened in the 4 seconds? I just came back to reading, I don't have a foot fetish, I have a metric game. Oh, but I get it. That's a pretty decent joke. I don't know. Actually, wait a minute. That doesn't quite work out. Oh, wait, no, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, never mind. It took a second for the scientist brain to come back on. But, yeah. It do be there. Speaking of all the science I do at work, let's talk about the science I'm not doing at work. Because I mentioned a couple streams ago that I guess I can give a full story on this now. I kind of mentioned it in passing. But a while ago, one of my bosses brought in a jigsaw puzzle from, I believe, some old friend's attic or something that the person had sold to her, like sold off as just like clearing out the attic or some shit. And that jigsaw puzzle got plopped right next to my cubicle.
And while everybody participated in it to a certain extent, it ended up being me that participated in it by far the most, because I was easily distractible. 14th place, so we get atop the ceiling, some secrets up there. Alright, we'll do. Oh god, another vomit burp. Ew. Anyways, and so that puzzle has been outside my cubicle for a while. It was a two-sided puzzle. Over the course of probably a couple months, I did like 90% of the pieces for both sides, because, I don't know, the first time we did it, everybody celebrated, and then my immediate manager said, well, let's take it apart and do the other side without the democratic vote behind her. And now, my manager has decided it was a good idea to bring in 3 of her own puzzles from home, 3 1,000-piece puzzles from home, which also now live outside of my desk. So I've basically been told by my manager, yeah, don't get any work done. You're totally allowed to just do this puzzle all day, and that is exactly what I'm doing. I swear, I probably spend about 2 hours a day at work, spread out on that puzzle for just, you know, a little break here, a little break there. I deserve a treat now. So it's nice working in a safety office. It's pretty cool. No residence cases happen at your work. I mean, honestly, even if they did, they probably just wouldn't have listened to us in the first place. They don't listen to their EH&S department. You would not believe the fortune I've been making getting off the setup I got here. Whenever I see a tired-looking gymnast here, I go up to them and cool them off, then charge them for it afterwards. Oh, wow, you're a horrible person, Aircon man. Alright, 14's this way. My god, they didn't listen. We tried to warn them. Alright, let's see. What's up here? Anything fun? Can we drop in on the supposed guard? Oh, no, we have... Hey, this is creepy. Why did you make Toadman voodoo dolls? How'd you get past that room? Well, however you did it, this teleporter should take you back to where you were before this section. I've got to keep unloading these overstocked dummies our construction agency has. I've been sitting on them since before the second festival. They look pointy. I don't know why you'd be sitting on them. I'm not going to pass up our opportunity to sell the blasted things. Huh. Ooh, neat. Alright, well, that's all about the mashing arm's gonna bother doing for today. I was seriously hoping that they would have some less health and I could just justify sitting there for 2 minutes blowing them up. Checkmate by Arya. Alright. Nice. Had some 1,000-piece puzzles too, as we put them in picture frames when we were done. Yeah, I think we were thinking about, Oh yeah, I could turn the music back up. It's not deafening me anymore. We were thinking about, like... Oh, what's the word? Resin casting, maybe the first puzzle. So that way, or the 500-piece puzzle that we completed, and then putting it in like a, you know, a 2... Can I stand on these? I cannot. Putting them in like a 2-way picture frame, so that way we could, you know, enjoy them from either side as a piece of art around the office. And we probably want to do the same things with the other, the new 1,000-piece puzzles as well. Why have you forsaken us, Wily? I have one question for you, Wily. Anyways, another chess-ish themed level? I'll take it. I can stand on you? Perfect. For some reason, there's nothing more satisfying in Mega Man to me than having an enemy that I can stand on. Mostly just because of the fact it means there's an enemy that's not dealing contact damage. And I find that amusing. At least from one side. I feel like the conveyor belts are maybe a little bit confused as part of this aesthetic. You know, conveyor belts don't exactly scream to me Chessman or whatever, the checkmate. But, you know, we'll forgive it. It's fine.
I mean, it's not like I'm not like I'm an actual judge. Not like my opinion matters, but. So look, me climb can also be climbed over. Oh, okay. I'll have to go back there again. The voices, they're back. Yes, man, maybe. It would be sort of another Battle Network themed Robot Master. I'm pretty sure because there's Kingman in that game. We also already have Kingman from a different bonus level in this game. So like, I don't know. We'll see what we have here at the end. Why did I do that? Because I'm. Oh, fuck! That would have been cool if I had just done that. Damn it! The execution would have been better. That would have just been the perfect fuck it we ball kind of platforming moment. What would you use as a chess-themed gimmick? I think there's probably some potential to having maybe like a chessboard in the background that you have to interact with in some kind of way. You know, you have to actually start taking pieces, either by like, say, killing certain enemies, or like maybe those are literally taking the pieces off the board to put a king in check, and then that causes like a door to open, or maybe like it would cause a piece on the board to move, and you'd want to be actually playing, you know, chess or something like that against the background. I think that could be neat. Have to take out only certain enemies or certain switches. Okay, so I want to try to jump over to that left one and then move forward, because a W tank is really not worth this shit. I still managed to die. Damn it. Okay. Pride cometh before the fall. A crash. It was, you know, it was kind of the fall, and then it was the fall part 1, and then the danger, and then the pride, and then the fall part 2 kind of came on in there. No one was really expecting the fall sequel starring Jack Black, but, you know, they did manage to get him in on time. How was the fall? Shut up. I already get blasted with Undertale. I got blasted with that stupid Undertale meme from my friend several months ago. I don't know if I need it again. Yeah, I don't know. Level's fun so far, but so far the theming is just good, but maybe not gimmicky enough. I need my my gimmicks to my theming to inform my gimmicks a little more. Undertale, haha, funny. Yeah, very much. I think eventually. So it's very far off in the future to be talking about. But I know what my 1,000 sub goal is for this channel. I know what I want it to be. As I've expressed to others here, I am not, in fact, an Undertale enjoyer. Kind of an Undertale hater, if I'm gonna be honest. I never really got the game. But that's because I probably only ever did a neutral route and was like, wow, this is not that engaging to me. And I was promised Earthbound. Where is the Earthbound in Mother 3? But for 1K, I do want to revisit the game and at least give a pacifist route the fair shake. Because, well, among other reasons, you know, my best friend does actually really enjoy the Undertale series, and it's very influential to him, and I managed to trade him playing Earthbound for me playing Undertale Yellow, and just as part of a good, you know, collaboration thing, I'd like to give the pacifist route another try, and so that way I can actually appreciate it, have my friend actually be co-commentating with me and telling me all the things that I should be enjoying that I'm just not understanding because I'm a filthy plebeian. So yeah, that'll eventually be something to do here. If you want to have a look around, that is. Not humans, often only robot masters. Yo, that would actually go pretty hard as a concept of Undertale cross Mega Man. And then there's like a pacifist way to actually get through each level. Like, that would actually be really cool. But, I don't know. As a not usually a fan of RPGs, Undertale did not scratch the appropriate itches for me. Only the inappropriate ones. Undertale made you cry. Fair enough. 666 subscribers to the genocide route. Actually not. Because I've basically been forced by Undertale due to the fact that I share a birthday with Undertale, to think about that game a lot. And, I understand and respect the artistic intent of, no, you shouldn't be doing the genocide route. That's kind of the point of why it's so painful. Greetings, Zerter. We have a full and active chat tonight. This is crazy. Fucking wall blaster tanks. I did not need that. So, I think if when eventually I do, properly do the fastest route for that, I will avoid doing the genocide route. I would maybe I would save it for like a real life charity event if something that majestical ever happened with this stupid hobby that I'm doing. Because, at that point, then it's worth it to kill the stupid pixel characters, rather than, let, children keep dying of ass cancer. How would you get any weapons? I think that's the point. You don't. You only get the weapons in the genocide route of the Mega Man Cross Undertale, game. And you become stronger, but then so does, all the enemies around you, and you're forced to use the special weapons more, and it's just, an endless cycle of violence. Oh no's. Or oh Joes, as we would say. Okay, that enemy combination gets kind of annoying. You're a fan of Earthbound, recommend trying out Delta Traveler, but only doing Delta Runes first and second chapters. Yeah, I have a lot of Undertale to catch, Undertale and related IPs to catch up on. A lot of people have told me I'd probably enjoy Deltarune a lot more because of the more classic kind of RPG aspects to it, or the more Earthbound-like RPG aspects to it. But it's one of those things I just haven't bothered getting to. There's a much taller list of games I'd rather be playing than Deltarune immediately. Okay, fucked up cluttered screen. Don't like that. Always come back. Welcome back, sir. How was your trip to How was your trip to the Nether Realm? Did you get us any gas tiers? We're gonna need them. And it was time then. Okay. It was getting maybe a little bit too happy with its invisible block timing challenges, or its Yoku block timing challenges. Not like they're that bad, but it's like there's a little bit too much instant death to be combining with it. Fun, I saw Satan, he's cool. Nice. Did you make a deal with the devil? People say that doesn't go well, but that's a hater opinion, honestly. The real ones know that the deals with the devil succeed 100% of the time. It's a fun fact. 90% of sinners stop right before the next deal with the devil nets them eternal life and happiness. Okay, now that's stress-inducing Yoku block segments, but done. Give me a close on that game when it gets updates. Alright, sweet. Undertale characters WD gas tier. Undertale x Minecraft combination. Oh wait, shit, that's a good name. Hold on, someone write that down. Instead of doing the Undertale teal color fan game, someone do Undertale. That's good. I'm sure it probably already popped up to whoever's doing that, but if they haven't done it already, notify the presses. Make sure that they've been alerted. Secret? Yeah, secret. Or Undertale, I played past this route 10 times. Now you don't remember a thing. Early onset dementia, thanks to Undertale. Oh, hello. You're quite a little creature. What do you have to say for yourself? Rookman. Nothing. Alright. And then here he is. Here comes that boy. Oh god, he's throwing forks at me. Oh, oh Jesus, he's doing the fucking, he's doing the FX, attack. He's channeling his Fefnir. I was not expecting that. And as usual, Crash has trouble dodging zigzag patterns. You're a Binding of Isaac fan, making deals with the devil gets you the good stuff. Yeah, but doing deals with the angel is actually a lot more consistent. It's definitely the meta strategy. And honestly, you do get better stuff from angel rooms than devil rooms. It's a sad fact. But, you know, I can't be affording to have runs where I get shit like Zombie Baby from the devil room and a pound of flesh and then nothing else good from there. Okay, I still don't necessarily know how much distance I have to go to dodge that, but I'm getting it slowly. I also do appreciate the fact that all of his attacks come out at right angles, just like a Rook would normally do. Maybe not super appreciative of his iframes. It makes this fight take way too long, but decent challenge nonetheless. Aquaman shot pattern. Yeah, but at least you have a little bit more room to do it. Aquaman could just seriously trap you. My Brimstone. Rotten Baby is actually good. It's probably one of the few things. It's just one of the few things I could think of. There's like other dog shit in that pool, but so let's see. Checkmate. This, I mean, I don't know. Fun level, but a little too instant death happy for my tastes, especially with all the extra Yoku block stuff. And then what else? I didn't feel like the gimmicks really screamed out at me like things to do with chess. It was invisible blocks and conveyor belts. They were used well, and then, you know, you had the falling kind of empty Rook shell shield attacker things, you know. Cool gimmicks, but I don't know. They didn't really feel that interesting to me. Maybe it's just because I played 170 levels of that kind of thing by this point, but I might be starting to feel the same burnout that probably a lot of the judges did. You know? Enemies are cool, setups were alright. Rockman was a good fight, and music was good. But yeah, I don't know, solid, I had fun with it. I don't know, I guess I maybe would have liked to see something a little bit more, but for mostly stock mechanics, it's pretty good. I don't know, didn't really quite wow me. Something, I like things that are a little bit, I don't know, rompier, and I had a lot of start and stop kind of action there. What a Harlequin baby was, do not Google that if you're unprepared. I'll prepare myself off stream for it. I always thought that it was just, you know, some bullshit that made up by the game, but then I got, you know, I forget that everything in that game is, like, related to something real, so. Levels about a Rook-themed Robot Master? Vaguely about, yeah, that's a thing, right? It kind of didn't feel like it. I mean, I guess technically everything was kind of like, you know, on the chess brand a little bit. It had the aesthetics of, you know, being Rook-themed, but it didn't really have the gimmicks centering around it very much. I don't know, something about it fell a little flat to me. Having played the game a few times myself, I was all set to really enjoy this. The aesthetic's great, visuals have enough variety and theming to be memorable, the music's excellent. Selection was also fun. The pawns are one of the more unique enemies I've seen in a while. I did like that, but then they didn't get too much use after the first half. The Octos get neat challenges. They just kind of come on screen and start fucking shit up. Like, they're maybe a little bit too active for my tastes. Adored the Bishop-themed enemies. It isn't perfect. The wall cannons have a bit of a claustrophobic introduction. The triple Rooks before the boss are disappointingly tedious, but otherwise, enemies are cool and solid. Oopsie. Unfortunately, the gimmicks are where it comes apart. Yeah, they're not badly designed. The introduction to Spartan scenarios are fair. Conveyor belts and Yoku blocks are probably the most generic gimmicks that could have been picked, and when they're pretty much all you have, it's thoroughly uninteresting. Not to say there isn't an attempt to do interesting things with them, but ultimately it wasn't enough for the situations here to stand out. The pieces I do remember where they got unusually frustrating, particularly the last couple of sections. The other hiccup is the boss. Rookman playing chess with himself is a wonderful gag, but his fight needs a little polish. Speed is a little bit too fast. I could agree there, just because of how his invincibility frames work. If he didn't have the iframes, I think the speed is alright, but The problem is the Rook busted. There's no telegraph for the safe spots, so you have to memorize them and rush to them in a few seconds. Yeah. Yep, see? The wiggly patterns, man. They always get you. They're always a little under-designed. Plus the lack of identifying elements of those spots, it can be a real pain to dodge. Consistency on his attacks is appreciated, but there's a reason why Mega Man ZXA's Atlas drew her buster path in battle. As a whole, I don't think the level's bad, the enemies are fun, the challenges are fair. However, the mech gimmicks and awkward boss fight drag things down. I gotta agree with you, Mick. I mean, fistulas and teratomas are also real. Yeah, I've looked that up as well. Looked it up. Harlequin baby, new material for your work. Draw horror monsters. Okay, good clarification. Nicely saved. Let's see. At first I felt there were elements that made the level a bit too basic, and yet I couldn't deny I still ended up enjoying it. Maybe I'm just a sucker for good theming, but either way I ended up appreciating a lot of the platforming custom asset usage here. I mean, it's not that cryptic, but, you know, it is still just like, the wiggly shots are a little bit hard to place yourself against. Having to actually judge the spacing is kind of tough. It's not going to be the, you know, deciding factor between winning or losing the fight, but, you know, it is a bit annoying to get pelted by the bullet every once in a while. And appreciating all the platform and custom asset usage here. In fact, there are really only two particular issues that got in the way of your enjoyment. My favorite aspect has to be how focused the stage feels. Every room feels like a proper extension of the previous one. Yeah, I could say that. It did iterate on itself very nicely. Well-rounded series of platforming challenges, the whole chess theme makes it a lot more memorable as well, especially when it comes to the enemies. The visual designs in all of them are fantastic, not to mention they function just as well. Absolutely love the small detail with the pawn's movement. How they move twice as much the distance ahead of the first time they attacked. Oh, didn't notice. I really like the inclusion of enemies you could stand on. Not something you see too often in Mega Man levels. Yeah, I would say though that mostly those enemies didn't contribute much with their standing on them gimmick. You got like maybe one token out of it. As mentioned before, however, I do have two major problems. First, the Yoka block segments. Some of them would be the lowest points of the stage. Yeah, just do the repeated instant death around some of them. The other major problem I have is the boss, but simply I just didn't enjoy Rookman's fight that much, aside from the move where he rains rooks down on top of you. Found avoiding most of his other attacks was somewhat of a hassle. Dash has no startup or telegraph. I mean, you get a sense of timing for it. Spacing on his turn and rapid shots was a little awkward. Despite those issues, I enjoyed what the stage had. Yeah, good piece. Confusion. It's like dodging Dynamo Man's lightning bolt attack. Yeah, I don't know. See, for me, it's just a personal taste for me. I don't like attacks where it's like you have to, when the enemy is not on a very solid grid, you have to kind of still judge the distance from them accurately. It's like how in X5 when you're fighting Zero and he does the punch the ground and make bullets come out from the ground attack. I know there's a name for that. The Ryujin? I don't fucking know. That thing. It's like you just have to gauge your spacing from Zero just right to be like an even number of tiles away. I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. I'm not a fan of it. The Giga attack? Maybe? I don't know. No, it's the one in X5 where he just like dashes forward, punches the ground, and then like a bunch of like blue like shots come up from the ground in like even spacing. At least not random like Aquaman's. I mean, yeah, it's good. Return the slap. Oh yeah, I will definitely I think I'll do Pharaohman's challenge to close out stream here. Oops. Pound sign, sure, chest level, thankfully only as part of the theming. Mega Man himself is not constrained to any awkward movement rules here. Movement restrictions instead are enforced with these stages' titular chest-spired enemies, the pawn moving 2 spaces initially, then 1 space afterwards. Bishop cross things, moving only diagonally. Oh, those are bishops? I guess so. The rook pieces, as very fast shield attackers, running at incredible heat speed, are also amazingly fitting, and the green guys who go so sad when you're standing on them are very cute and funny. Oh yeah, that's a good point. What the hell were those things in that stage? Of all the enemies that actually did fit the theme, the 2-segment guys that you could stand on the other segment, that didn't really fit? Anyways. I like how established the Yoku block jump timing in the first screen where they show up, before that is being used during actual platforming challenges. Checkpoints are well placed. Even if the Yoku block challenges in stage are fair, it's still greatly appreciated. For the Rookman fight, I adore that you're fighting him on a row of 8 blocks like a chessboard. Were we? I didn't notice. Though that floor distinction can be quite misleading in terms of trying to avoid some of his attacks. Yeah, that would have been nice if they actually lined up that way. Yo, Squid Game? Funny Squid Game? Mr. Beast Squid Game? It's about time somebody made a chess-themed level. You got your wish in this competition. Cohesive and polished aesthetics provide a great atmosphere. I get a strong sense of place and style. Graphics are highly memorable. Thoughtfully crafted enemies are the highlight of the level. Took me too long to realize you can stand on them. The platform enemies are neat. Rookman's creative variations and moving on a straight line make for a tough but fair attack pattern. All the creativity and attention to detail sets high expectations. I admit I'm somewhat underwhelmed. Conveyors, Yoku blocks, and falling objects are very common. Yeah, they were a little generic, even if they're very competent. But they trade the rich potential of this level for stuff you could get anywhere else. Yeah, more strategy-oriented stuff. That makes sense for chess theming. Custom gimmick directly related to chess. A turn clock that alternately freezes Mega Man and the enemies. No, that would probably get pretty annoying. Maybe some sort of mini-boss. It's a good level, but it's not quite there. Thought that you like. Yoku Token, Yoku Pawn and Ladder Challenge, and a little bit of subtle humor at the beginning and end. The other reaction to my Sheriff Man review of MaGMML3 garnered some criticism, and it's valid, but I think that's because I didn't quite explain why I felt what I did and why it got the score it did. I don't remember what your criticism was, and maybe that's for the good thing. Maybe that's good. And since this level feels very much like that, let's fully explain myself. Tons of effort put into the graphics, and 1 or 2 new enemies that, whilst good additions, by themselves do not make a novel stage make. By the time I got to review the stage, I'd completely forgotten just what things this stage did, a telling issue, seeing how I'd already replayed it very recently prior to getting back into judging full on. Stage has cute assets, I do love the chess-themed enemies, and few that aren't just straight reskins of dev kit enemies are honestly neat. It could fit in, which is good. And it's a reasonable level. And it's ahead of the curve for some of the other people. But, of the theoretical Mega Man game, I feel like this would land firmly in the middle of the pack. I guess so, but I really enjoyed Sheriff Man for what it did, even by playing things safe, so I don't quite agree with the analogy being made here. Plays it way too safe, those 2 stage gimmicks, the very poster childs of playing it safe. Yeah, it is. Sage hazard that are used alongside other hazards garnish, not the main meal. Real irritant, one-trick pony in regards to the Yoku block gimmick, the whole wait to jump till it vanishes before a Yoku block. There's a real fetish for this setup. Whoa, hold on. What's such strong language, A-Spark? We don't talk about fetishes here. We talk about metric kinks and goon caves. And M-Preg. The stage also takes far too long to actually get to the more interesting setups. Stationary chess pieces on conveyor belts inspired by Blockman's segment feels like a quick afterthought tacked on rather than organically worked into the level. Enjoyable romp, it's cute, but submissions to games like this should go big, even if that results in failure. Rookman is much better than the stage he's in. Interesting patterns, especially just through a themed Aquaman water spout. It all comes together as good, fun, just plain good Robot Master fight. Good tells, excellent combinations. We have a fun boss that is fun to fight, yeah. I like Sheriff Man, you can tell by his style, you can kind of go on rails on that stage. Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, Sheriff Man is probably my favorite from MaGMML2. There's definitely my favorite stage from MaGMML2, but it is undeniably a little bit simple. But, you know, that's what makes it fun to come back to. Hasn't played the... Sheriff Man is too dull from gameplay aesthetics. Enjoyed a lot because I can get full enjoyment out of Mega Man Space Movements. So I don't need gimmicks to carry level, but I can understand that opinion. Yeah, exactly. It very solidly works on what Mega Man already brings to the table without overdoing things. Hey, Pharaoh Man, what's up? Means you don't have what you need to play the Paris Challenge yet. You have gold membership, but you don't have the data from behind that locked door upstairs. Oh. Oh yeah, I can actually probably explore this a little bit more. Now that I've taken out some of the relevant bosses. Okay, so let's see. What if I go and visit Pumpkin Guy over here? From back this way. Huh. I didn't expect a teleport back here. Interesting. Not sure what I was supposed to be doing with that. Let's try one more time. Maybe because I haven't completed that level, it did something different. Just take you to the boss that has the altar weapon. Huh. Okay. Oh, so regardless of if I have the element or not. Alright. Gotcha. So is there gonna be any... will there be spoilers if I end up hopping through the gate here? Is there anything that I should maybe not see yet? Because I definitely, you know, if I still need to see the remaining ones that I haven't actually touched upon yet, I'll wait for a little bit. But otherwise, if this is just like a, hey, you can get some of the altar weapons and, you know, have fun, I'll go ahead and, you know, take a look. Three of the top levels. All right. I mean, yeah, I'm not really planning on using them, so I guess, yeah, we could just save this for later. But still, that makes sense. I will go and just play one more level to close out stream then. Yeah, I am excited to see the altar weapons for this game, though, because they were top-notch in MaGMML3, and probably the same exact things here. And it looks like there's more than just 8 of them as well, which is entertaining. So I'm guessing some of those might be some of the rush utilities. Gonna do Fairman's challenge, yeah, but then he's like, you know, you gotta go grab them, and... I don't know. I might as well wait till I see all the bosses. Why not? It'll be something to close out after playing Tier 15 until they shove me directly into Tier W and say, nope, gotta do this now. Because of my anger issues, the gym said I either have to pay for replacement punching bags or bring my own, so I bought my own. It's in my locker. Not sure how that'll keep theirs from exploding when I hit them, though. I wonder which ones got selected. I mean, you can see the bosses there, but I have no idea, like, you know, how they actually work. So yeah, there's something else here. I'll take a look. I also... Wait. Why is this one looking at me? Oh, I hate that. I really don't like that. I know it's October, but I really don't like that. I don't need him looking at me. Oh, a target. Neat. I was maybe hoping a little bit for like a melee break the targets kind of situation, but this works too. What could it be? Telly. Aw, how cute. Anything behind this meat locker of a door? No? Alright. Just a random little area? I'll take it. Guess we're going gambling. Not quite. Ooh, a Mick Bronze Star. And there's just a gold favorite? Wait, gold favorite. Is this the highest score Mick gave to something? Oh, we are... Oh, I see. It's the Mafia Man's Gambling Palace. Toadman punching bag from MaGMML3. Yeah, but that one was looking at me, and I really did not appreciate that. Ooh, interesting. A level that actually takes some time to load. Alright. I guess we have chips that look like the trickster tokens to pick up. Crash, I've been expecting you. Mafia Joe. The boss knew you were coming, so the palace is on high alert. But us Joes aren't exactly the loyal type. Were you to have something to, let's say, bribe us with something like, those chips you walk past, some of us might get a little more cooperative. Don't try causing any trouble, though. Our sense is a state-of-the-art. Get caught, and you'll be in a world of hurt. Capiche? Oh, those are enemies, not fun little dudes to walk up to and have an interaction with. Well, this is obviously something here, but nothing I can actually interact with. This level is fantastic. All right. I mean, the graphics are already a pretty good start. It's a cool reuse of Tomahawk Man in the background there. Blends in nice. And we have Dr. Wily's face in the casino sign with only the C staying up. Very cute. Wily ran casino. Love it. I love all the different harebrained ways you can imagine Wily funding his schemes. Like half of them just involved making a robot that makes perfect gems to flood the market and sell gemstones. But then occasionally you get the Wily casino, or this is like a super old skit that I watched on YouTube like 16 plus years ago, but it's like a group called Old Rich People made a Mega Man 2 Dr. Wily does it himself, and like you could have they had an idea of lore where it's like, Wily, you could make McDonald's wants to sponsor you to make a hamburger man. I was just like, how's a hamburger gonna kill Mega Man? It's like, this robot's not designed to kill Mega Man. You're just gonna help flip hamburgers and sell hamburgers to people, and you're gonna get money for it. And he just immediately fires his business consultant for giving such an outrageous idea. Entry is only allowed to people who have cleared the level. All content past here is 100% optional, no tokens or elements. Okay, well, we'll come back at another date then. Let's collect more money. We've got to have more money. Oh, okay, so I shouldn't bother shooting him. Oh, but there's a thing there? Thing! I can shoot thing. I love shooting thing. That's my favorite thing to do, you know? So we have a fucking Magna Centipede ass gimmick here. That's maybe the last thing I was expecting to see in a casino is Magna Centipede, but sure, we'll go with it. Turns out McWiley was always meant to be true. Big McFankies from McWiley's. Okay, there's just more stuff this way. Alright, cool. Hey, Joe, what's up? Hey, Crash, you see that path up there? I could make it accessible for, let's say, 125 chips. Yeah, sure. I got the expendable income. Yeah, money rain! Woo! I love money. Money, oh, I see. Didn't need to use Magnet Beam. I think we found something that actually beat the Magnet Beam. It was just called Rain of Tokens. Rain of little chips from down below. Oh, you're mystical looking. I love that. Love that for you, Matt. Spawn all this stuff here. Poker chips greater than Magnet Beam. Yeah, who knew? I do love the flashing lights here. They're just at a really good frequency to where it's just enough to be, you know, entertaining, but not too much as to be nauseating. Uh-oh. Alright, sweet. Managed to just barely dodge that. I'm hoping to never actually trigger the little searchlights. I think I can manage to do it, but... you know, if we get hit with a dodgy setup, then it might be over. But I have to show my, you know, the true gamer skills by not doing that. Oh God, hi Joe, what's up? Part's a bit tricky, maybe able to do it. No, I'm pretty good. In fact, I think I understand something that maybe just slightly, yeah, you know, it could compete with poker chips. Good old Magnet Beam. Nothing actually beats Magnet Beam. No time, Bill Nye the Russian spy. I could live with that. I mean, you know, just as long as you aren't actually supporting the state of Russia, then you know we can get over that. All are welcome here, friend. If the jackpot didn't get the time penalty, we would have 2 conceal levels at the top 20, which is not that often, but it's weird that it happened twice, just like a lot of things in this competition. Oh, let's see what's up here. I could open it up for, let's say, 50 chips. Yeah, I guess so. Gotta be something unique in here, right? Ow. Bastard. At least At least chips aren't flying out of me like this is Sonic the Hedgehog. That would be kind of maybe a bit of a miserable experience if your poker chips just flew out of you if you got took any damage here. Oh, hello, there's a break in the ceiling. Why? I'm probably overthinking this, but... Okay. Where am I? Still up here? Wall? Uh-huh. Okay, so there's just a random missing tile. Cool. Uh-oh. How do I get out of this? Thunderbeam? Damn it. All the tokens are locked behind paywalls. Oh, no, I haven't quite... I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, you have to interact with the gimmick of the stage to actually get tokens. I think that's good. They crush your historical rivals. I mean, yeah, you know, true. Well, I don't know. We have all sorts of, you know, different history boos in every country. You know, America and Americans and Russians have been historical rivals, yet that doesn't stop some people. Ow. Okay, maybe a lot going on in this area, but still not too bad. If that's the low light of the congestion, then that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not gonna follow an arrow because I can't read. Oh, hell yeah, gambling! I love gambling. Alright, chance time. This is illegal. What do you mean it's illegal? I don't see any regulations around here. Stupid RNG. Oh, not enough money. No! Whatever will I do? Sure, I could probably grind out some. I guess it's time to feed my gambling addiction. Do I actually get any money by... No? Not by destroying these enemies? Alright. That's a shame. Ew, and they make me all sticky. the triple, oh dang it. Punch under your quality. What would we do without our crazy, crazy friends that hold strange beliefs sometimes? Can't farm them for chips. Yeah, disappointing. Hopefully I win. I hope I win. MaGMML3 two things. Nothing, try again. Alright. I'm going to guess that that's probably not actually blocking a token and is probably just a fucked up thing to waste all of your your chips on. Because that would be a very weird tonal shift for the level to suddenly say, alright, time to gamble for the 4th chip. Crash's crippling addiction. It's alright. Make it easier for 100 chips. Now, I don't have... I'm kind of broke, so... Okay, we got dude down there taking a semicircular look around the area. I think that's a platform being hidden up there. So I can just hide. I think if I just land on him, that's a bad idea. But... Alright, and I can't go up and around that way. I'm gonna really hope that this is a platform I can land on. Okay, good, it is. That E-Tank could go down real smooth. Wait, what the fuck? How did you see me? That's bullshit. There was no cursor there to indicate that. Alright, does that have a tangible effect on anything? No? Alright, I guess we're fine. Oh, I guess the entire level is now after me. Alright, a little bit mean that the alert just keeps lasting, but sure. It's not bad. where you can't get the last token because you can't pay for it. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't come to fruition. That would be a Duke-tastrophe. Oh, very nice. I can destroy Sniper Joe bullets. I don't have to deal with their bullshit. Can lower the heat for you if you're in too much trouble for, let's say, 100 chips. No, I can handle this. No, get out of the way. No, you're making me get hit. You and your fucking obscuring text boxes. Aggressive Joe. Oh, I guess I did need the heat taken off of me, huh? Ooh, and music that loops in between retries? That's pretty sexy. I'll give it that. Oh, hey, and I can actually grind for money again. Sweet. Alright, well, let's not try to get caught by bullshit this time. There was no reason I needed to get actually spotted there. Alright, cool. It's fun how that Met starts off on that platform, but kind of just wanders off. It's less impactful. But I think this level's a nice change of pace from the previous one. There's a good balance of just fighting things, doing platforming, focusing on some kind of gimmick. I don't feel overwhelmed by what's going on. My timing is a little bit off now. Oh well. Still got through. Oh god. More security system shit. Get rid of you before you cause problems. Go, go, go. Alright. Final Mafia Joe, what do you got to offer me? You're gonna charge me like 500 tokens or all 1,000? 500 chips. Huh. Well, that's kind of a bitch. Alright. Let's go grinding. Oh, so, God, what else is there to say? As we now have to stand here and get money because there's no way I'm going to risk gambling for it. Oh, magnet beam. Well, I assumed that the block was actually the at the bottom there that I needed to get rid of. I know he said up there, but like, you know, I assumed maybe that was a weird just speech tick on his end. Oh. By the way, if I'm wrong, I'll happily just go back there instead of grinding for chips, you know, like a bit of a dolt. Yeah, I'd never been to Ukraine before, but regardless, it is very sad, you know, what's actually happening there. It is not deserved on their end. It's not deserved, and it is something to very closely watch in terms of the whole world stage and the rule of law aspect is concerned. But as a non-expert, I'll sit back to just, you know, watching videos on the topic and staying informed that way, rather than commentating on it heavily. The goddamn Soviet antics. Oh, those Soviets. What do they get up to next time in the next episode of Eastern Bloc C? I'm actually kind of, as I'm listening to this music loop a little bit more, I'm realizing why I like it so much. It reminds me a lot of the Mega Man 1 Wily Castle. The very first couple of levels. And I think that theme is quite good. Alright, come on. Let me get through here, Mafia Joe. Don't spot me. Okay, wait for that to go by. Go here. Fuck. Now I don't have enough money. That's kind of look like Cutman Elise's head. I don't know. I kind of maybe see it a little bit, but okay, yeah, I do kind of think that maybe whatever ribbony thing is going on there doesn't quite translate super well over the pixel art. But I don't know. Cutman isn't exactly what comes to mind for me. Yeah, I don't know why. This one guy is a little bit jank. His targeting cursor doesn't quite go all the way around like it should. There's a score counter, specifically for this level. Oh wait, no, yeah, there is a score counter in the corner. I mean, it increments so slowly that I would never notice it. But yeah, there is actually a score counter for this game. That's why there's supposed to be the online leaderboards, though I guess I never connected to it, so I can't exactly see what people's scores are. I don't know. Skill issue on my end, but yeah, I don't know. If you're some kind of weirdo, you could actually compete for highest score in these levels. Rather than like fastest time or something. I think it's neat. I do kind of wish some of the other Mega Man games had a score function in some way. It would just give a nice, extra layer of depth or replay value. But I can understand why it was kind of, a very random thing phased out after the first game. It's definitely not necessary. Yeah, in the main HUD, I think that's what Zerter was referring to. Took me a second as well, because I don't think about it ever. Like, who the hell thinks about their score when they're playing this game? I'm pretty sure, I'm not even sure you can see the score if you don't have, like, the extended HUD on, like this. Okay, oh, I see. That's all this was going to do, was move this up, huh? Alright, well, come on. Sure, I didn't grind for tokens for nothing. Mega Man 1 players, I guess. Yeah. The Mega Man 1 enjoyment is strong in this chat. Or with at least this streamer. Alright, sweet. Alright, Mafia Man alternate fight or same fight? Just different entrance. Hello, Mafia Man. I hope I don't scare you. Coming in from above. Been expecting you. You've been causing quite the trouble since you showed up, but I'm a nice guy. I'm willing to forgive you, give you the element, and we'll forget this ever happened for about 800 chips. Do we have a deal? No, I'm here for fight. I'm here to fight. Me and my guys can make this look like an accident. Sweet. Well, you didn't prepare for me and my guy. Let me just get him out real quick. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Alright, yeah, you didn't prepare for me and my guy. My guy. Guy, do something. Yeah, do something, guy. Unironically his weakness. That's insane. Okay. I should probably be actually paying attention to whatever the hell his pattern is, but I'm having too much fun just assaulting him with my own goon. Mostly pretty chickpea would make things easier. Okay, no, it's fine. Steve is pointing. Oh, hello. We have all the boys. Now, I never claimed to be valedictorian. I just claimed to have, degrees. I wasn't that good in high school. Back. Nice. Just in time for me to, fuck with the final boss. And then the weapon gives you a Chivo as well. Alright, well, that's all the convincing I need to actually, recharge Mafia Goon. You currently joined us. We are gooning. It's a goon sesh. And by that, I mean, we have a reskin of Ice Ball. Okay. Fighting back. Our Mafia is stronger than his. Although it's honestly maybe a little bit awkward trying to take him out with Mafia Goon. It's maybe not the most suited weapon for that fight. But, you know what? Good enough. Oh, so... I could see why, yeah, there's a lot of achievements named after all the different tarot cards. I'm not entirely sure what the theming around each one ends up being, like why each one is that, you know, specific tarot card, but I'm a sucker for Binding of Isaac theming, so why not? So I can agree. This was a pretty cool level. I can see why Mick maybe rated it so high. Fair thing will factor once you get to the post game. Understood. I can understand why Mick rated that pretty high. I think it had a very good pacing or mix of, you know, enemy challenge with platforming stuff and custom gimmicks with familiar, and, you know, the chips were used in a pretty good way. They were technically mostly optional if you just wanted to use Magnet Beam and get through things. Couldn't really adequately judge Mafia Man because I was busy dicking around by having a goon-on-goon fight. But, you know, it's pretty fun. Yeah, I definitely like the idea of having the secondary currency within the level and just having to kind of, you know, pay out with that. Ultimate path just makes the level always on high alert. Okay, I was actually just thinking about what was that path, but it's not worth going back right now. It's past my bedtime, but I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, that's the spirit. It's also it's approaching my bedtime. I should probably have ended the stream 30 minutes ago, but I'm starting to have fun now, and, you know, I had to extend it by at least one more level. You know who the strongest goon is? Is it me? Touches hands together, swipes brow, you know, fixes hair. Oh, it's Magma Dragoon. Okay. Alright, thanks. I did. It's not like I wanted to be, you know, called the coolest goon or anything, but, you know, fine, I guess. I think that summarizes my thoughts on the level. I don't really see any major flaws. Maybe the one room with the slot machine mini boss is kind of hectic, but overall, there's nothing really to complain about here. I guess maybe the judges might highlight some things that I didn't see. You can't shoot Hadoukens last time I checked. Just you wait until I actually make a real VTuber model, and then you'll see that I still can't shoot Hadoukens, but I'll do something, you know, I'll have it in my lore. This is great. Didn't expect a level that encouraged video game kleptomania quite this much, but holy carp did this deliver. If the gold star isn't any indication, I love the level. Bribing Mafia Joes with their own money is genuinely unique and downright hilarious. It's combined with a stealth mission that's equal parts unexpected yet appropriate. The design is strong, the core theme sticks from start to finish. This was just a blast to play. The meat of the Gambling Palace is the gimmickry. The chip currency is a beautiful way to create variable difficulty on top of level pieces that actually interact with the weapons. Also thematically appropriate with the tokens, and the rigged Wily wheels gave me a chuckle. The stealth aside works alright, with the only exception being right after the checkpoint. This spot isn't bad, but the inability to bribe anyone is a slight downer. The only exception being right after the first checkpoint, the spot isn't bad, but the inability to bribe anyone is a slight downer. I guess maybe after you respawn, saying. Okay. Generally, there's a useful, simple platformer gimmick that acts in between the crazy stealth. They're combined occasionally with the usual smaller stuff, which I think works better than trying to make a massive melting pot at the end. Yeah, it would have been too much to do all at once. It's a good classic platforming break from the custom gimmicks. Solid enemy set, poker mets and bunny mets. They're simple. Oh, they're bunnies. Yeah, that makes more sense. They're simple but oh so effective at bolstering level design, platforms that explode into enticing goodies, new metal like slime that makes you slippery, all while you're surrounded by cameras. Yes, this works amazingly well with the stealth concept, making them more than just obstacles. I would have particularly liked if I could have been slimed more and like had that given me more danger to fall into the traps, but I don't know. I guess that's something that I didn't even think of before reading the judge commentary, so it's such a small nitpick on my end. Subtle ways of proper positioning, though I can't say I like the dice shooting you off the screen. In general, this is a solid set of toys. The level does an excellent job balancing these elements. Oh my god, this might be the longest thing Mick's ever written. Nothing's flawless, not even favorites. Let's start into things, the purple bright and platforms, the slot machine enemies are duds. The slot machine might surprise you at first, but once you know it's there, yeah, it's pretty easy to dispatch. Brightman platforms seem to be glitched? Huh. Yeah, the bounce doesn't really do all that much anyways, so. Screwing up the stealth mission is both glitchy, I've seen fleas in the ceiling more than once, and unbalanced. I haven't actually seen that, so. Not as for the sections that swarm you with reckless abandon and make too much to work with, in particular the invisible bouncers can be overwhelming. Freeze them with the ice wall, but that's really not that obvious. Oh. Yeah, I mean, no, I wouldn't have thought to do that anyways. The only other solution is hoping for a bailout, Joe. Alright, I didn't know that this casino was handing out government bailouts, too. Considering this locks you out of 3/4 of the tokens, I'd rather die, thus resetting the stealth and getting even more chips out of respawning. Yeah, it just makes more sense to do that. For Shovel Knight death system, as I find it far too tempting to treat getting caught like a restart. Adore the level, variable difficulty good, uses assets well, bosses end things on a high note. Slot machine's a fun mid-boss, the knockback when it's hit is a great way to keep the fight from getting stale, and I got the kick out of getting the rare jackpot. Oh, well, didn't happen to me, but oh well. First phase is an excellent teaching moment for the goon's behavior, and the second phase is a beautiful culmination of the level. Not that I got to appreciate it. That you can actually just hand over 800 chips and skip the entire boss fight is pretty awesome. Yeah. Here's the cost of doing this wink emoji. Second phase is too much going on visually. If you don't take the bribe version, it can be pretty hard to parse with everything flying on the screen. Wonderful experience, despite the flaws. Design is solid. Got a unique, fun set of gimmicks. Worst issues can be negated, and the theming is just mwah. Adore the Gambling Palace. Gonna replay it a lot. Even make a whole area out of it. Here we go. Can't shoot Hadoukens. Playboy Mets. Yeah, I know, right? It's just I don't want to imagine a full artist renditions of it. It could either be super cute, like, you know, drawing Kirby in the Virgin Killer sweater, or it could be absolutely horrible instead. If the MaGMML team makes a Playboy pinup of Metul Woman, I'm gonna have some words. I don't think that they would do that, but now that you've put it out into the ether, somebody might do that, and you have to bear that responsibility. A lot to love about this level, from the custom enemies to the gimmicks to the aesthetics, especially the aesthetics. Easily one of the best looking levels seen in a long time. Stage is good too, as far as how it plays. Taking a drink of water. Some playthroughs and taking the time to observe is clearing stuff up. Yeah. Fun with the NPCs. Yeah, the Joes, I mean, really made the level, like, they really made the level in many senses. You gotta love them. Go with the whole sensor alert system, because the stage a good amount of replayability. Dying seems to reset any deals you've made with the Joes. Well, this isn't necessarily a good thing. It ends up not mattering much, thanks to the level being pretty generous with handing out chips. Had to actively go out of my way to waste them on the roulette minigame. Yeah, that was my fault. And then, yeah, nothing beats Magnet Beam, so fair enough. Though because I don't want to be tired as heck tomorrow, that's fair. Stream is ending soon anyways. I appreciate your viewership. Thanks for coming along. If you're still interested in more stuff from me, I'll be playing Sweet Home on Thursday. Fun little horror JRPG NES game, something that I'm not usually into, but it's a pretty cool game. So, have a good night, and we'll maybe see you later. Other than that, I'd say the only thing I really don't care for in the stage is the arcing platforms. Yeah, the bounce is a little bit weird, but it's not that bad to adjust to. Otherwise, the stage is incredibly well put together with a highly entertaining fight at the end. Mafia Man himself relying on his henchmen for most of the work is great, even more so in the second phase. Oops. In a few stages, I can see myself going back to and playing over and over again. Yeah, I could see myself honestly going back to this just to study how the gimmicks work and kind of re-soak in the atmosphere. This level really did a good job with that. A few casino theme levels could submitted for the contest. Not my favorite of the casino stages. I appreciate the clear love and effort put into it. Currency system is neat, like the application of bribery. Let's see, tokens are involved. They're also optional collectibles. It's also funny, you can skip the boss entirely. Yep. I'm really a fan of is the alert thing. Once you get caught, there's no way to make it stop. Make it stop! Make it stop! It makes the stage so much harder with sentries gunning you down, spongy guard enemies. Bribable Joes become unfriendly as well, so the other unique mechanic is completely nullified. Well, not completely, but there's only a couple of take the heat off you Joes that exist. It's better to force respawn once you get caught to avoid the hassle. Yeah, definitely. Other than that, the theming is aesthetically pleasing, the stage is colorful and flashy, but still retains enough shadiness to it. The Wily statues are quite hilarious, the bunny mets are adorable. Let's see, roulette wheel in the foreground, mistaken for the background. The highlight is the fight with Mafia Man, quite like his design and fights. Nice contrast to how most Robot Masters tend to go. It probably was slow paced, but I was too busy trying to run up to him and ram him with fucking goon material, so that's my fault. Try and farm Solitaire for the VtuberEN plushie when you're able. Extremely important for the final boss. I will do my best, though I am fighting a Helldiver's kick that it's just, there's this itch in my brain that I want to play Helldivers on the weekend, so I don't know. We'll see what we could do. I like the casino. It's a classy joint. Ooh, Flashman gives us a fairly low score for being this high up. Interesting. None too friendly to newcomers. Trip the alarm, whacking the learning curve. Yeah, I guess that can really throw things off. It is a little bit of, I don't know. I think the Cosmo level was more of a visual mess than this one was. I think this was manageable. Unnecessary backtracking is allowed. Once I fully understood the layout, the challenge components, what spending opportunities are a total waste because special weapons exist. I was able to start enjoying the level. Things that bother you, the tiny bounce is kind of strange. Floor barrier at the end that doesn't open. Yeah, that one's odd. Being able to get hit while reading a text box. That happened once, yep. Chip total disappears when making a payment decision, to name a couple. The good ultimately outweighs the not good. Challenges are balanced. Optional mode is the right amount of extra difficult. Bribing Mafia Man is inspired. I think fights are pretty fun. Interesting. I don't know if his negative points really justify a score this low, but you know, he has his own opinion. It can be a little newcomer unfriendly. It's understood. It's hard to get that perspective when you're already very established in the Mega Man brain. Both visually and gimmicky, but it's an awful lot of fun. A lot of care was put into the level. Slapdash all over the place. Couldn't focus on anything core. There are far too many enemies, gimmicks, both in quantity and types. Everything really. I don't know. I think it got development out of what was there. I think it was fine. Oh yeah, the stage managed to somehow pull it all off regardless. Bigger problem areas, the graphics hurts the gameplay. Sprite work good. Enemies well animated. Line work top notch. But a little bit messy. Yeah, fine. It did get a bit cluttered. They're also colorful. The enemies are important assets, and important assets start to blend in. Some cheap hits and cheap deaths. Falling lights continue to have a nice casual ramp up in the difficulty outside of the aesthetic problems. I think the level's alarm system is creative. But the best part of the stage is the poker chip mechanic. Yeah, it's definitely, that really makes the stage memorable. The fact that I can have an in-game currency. Ooh, what a novel and definitely not problematic thing to introduce. Several stages in the contest feel down my multiple routes. This level works for me. Also love the fact that, yes, this even applies to the boss. Bribing the boss to assure victory. It's good. Laughed out loud when it worked. When finding him, he was pretty damn good. Many bosses followed the trap of justifying their large health bars, but Mafia Man's phases felt relevant. Hell, that might be one of the best top bosses of the contest. This is less of a mess. We have a contender for making an absolutely awesome Mega Man level. Not far off from nailing everything and ultimately landing just one of my favorites. Just a few things let it down. Pretty damn good. Yeah, the PayPal situation. I'm sorry just at how long it's taking. It is also bothering me pretty heavily. I checked PayPal today before coming on stream, and the little $10 test still hasn't processed from my bank. So it could take 3 to 5 days, and being those are probably business days, I don't have an answer until later in the week. I have to give them the chance for that to go through, and then try to actually make the real money transfer to my thing. So I guess that's at least a little bit better of a situation that I didn't actually mention. So the trying to transfer from my personal to my business account, that's still held up for several weeks, and that's probably not going to get resolved anytime soon. Was able to talk over the weekend with some PayPal people and try to get a test payment to go through. And I got a test payment to start from my bank directly, so that's good. But then that caused the rest of everything to be blocked, so I couldn't actually send a real payment for the actual amount of money I wanted. I did a stupid, and now I'm kind of just waiting for that to go through to maybe clear a block in my account. And if that doesn't work, then I have to call them again and try to make things work. So yay, PayPal! Gotta love it. So yeah, it's certainly the anti-fraud kind of shit. So I do apologize that it takes so long, but like, you know, I'll try. I'll get you the money at some point, and you know, fair's fair. Not uploading, you know, your clip until then. I'll man of my word on that. I'm not gonna try to fuck you over on this, but you know, PayPal is going to make things take as long as possible. So on that sour note, I'll update you as much as I can, Grim. But for the night, yeah, Admincraft's being dumb. Shit happens. But yeah, so that'll be it for today. I'm gonna sign off for the night. Come back on Thursday with some Sweet Home. So thanks everybody who's still at the end here for joining me, and I will talk to you all later. Have a good night.